with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
About my headphones. I think I own 5 pair of headphones now. And I get the same ones, I think.
What are those? Those look different.
Yeah. So I think I've left my 3rd set of headphones on the East Coast or in Europe. I can't find my headphones. And every time I get over there, I have a bag o' headphones. Bag o' headphones. So I went on Amazon and it's like
you call them headphones, we call them ear warmers.
Right. Seriously. I feel a little Princess Leia in these. These are a little thick on the ear, and because of my giant watermelon shaped head, I have to get a
and you're wearing a beanie.
And let me say this first, by the way, before we get into everything. Guys, if you're out there or you're about to go out there, please be careful. It sucks out there right now. Like, it sucks out there. I was white knuckling half the time.
Really?
Oh, dude, it is bad. You got in probably a little early on
it was sunny for me.
Was it on business?
You might be having a stroke, Jason.
It's bad, dude. It is bad, and people are driving stupid. And
I hit a hydroplane. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I did a couple times. That's why I was white knuckling. I was like averaging 50, 55 coming in, which is, I'm not Speedster Joe here, but I don't go 55 on the freeway, but it was hydroplane central.
I rode my bike.
I don't know if this helps or not. I really don't. But like what I find is sometimes when I'm hydroplaning, if like
just accept death.
Well, no, I hate the feeling of hydroplaning because I always think I'm hydroplaning, but I'm not though until I start skidding. And so what I do, again, there's no scientific evidence to this. It just makes me feel better. Is I find like if there's nobody around me, I find the lane divider with the little bumpies, and I purposely drive over those because I feel like it gives me better traction.
Oh, the bumpies.
You might be onto something there.
I don't know if there's science there or not, but it feels like if I was going to hydroplane, it would break up the hydroplaning. Again, that might be somebody listening right now that knows what they're talking about. Be like, that's the stupidest thing you can do.
That's the worst thing you can do.
That's absolutely the worst possible thing.
Stay away from the bumpies.
Yeah, stay away from the bumpies. The bumpies always make me think. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the bumpy. What are they? Reflectors?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want.
No, but then there's also like those things.
The squaries. You've got the bumpies and the squares.
No, I mean like on the painted line where it's like it kind of like bumps, so like that you're going.
Okay, this is one place I can help you out. There's the bumpies, the squaries, and the flappies.
Yes.
There's 3. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
How about the in the ground grates like that lets you know that you're out of
the ones. Yeah, those are the
flappies.
Yeah, there's the no.
They're not flappies.
That's what I was talking about.
Bumpies. Okay. Squaries. Flappies.
Oh, the
wowies.
The flappies are like they're
reflectors, but they're
like little flaps, little rubber flaps that you go
They're like not permanent. They're like there to get you ready for the bumpies.
Well, I feel like they're permanent. Aren't they permanent?
I think so.
But then how do they? What, they glue them? Oh, I know. I'll bet you they bury them in the hot tar and then it soaks it up, and then they're just there to flap. And
there's someone at Caltrans right now losing their mind.
Totally. And you know what? If you're there, 1-800-920-1140, we're open for the science. But I always feel like, and then the squaries are the ones that if you're ever going one way and it's night, you can see on the other side if you hit it just right, they glow red if you're going the wrong way. You ever notice that?
No.
Yeah, if you go
try to go the right way.
No, right, for sure. But if you let's say you're on a 2-lane road and the one on the left is coming your way, and if your lights hit just right, like try it next time you're alone on a 2-way highway. If you're going the wrong way, they reflect at you red to let you know you're going the wrong way. I can tell you how I found that out. Who was in the car with me? Might have been Deuce. It was somebody. But we were in Vegas doing I'm the guy who out of our hotel took I went the wrong way on the Las Vegas Strip. Found that out really quickly, but part of what helped me was the red reflecties. So did a U-turn. Thank God it was like 4:30 in the morning. Anyways, dude, it sucks out there. But I've always wondered, like, somebody invented those.
Yeah.
They've got to get, they get like an eighth of a penny off of every single one that's sold. Somebody is living in a mansion right now, like Billy Madison style.
Yeah, it's Steve Squarey.
It's Steve Squarey. That is 100% right.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, wow.
Billy Bumpy.
The Squarey family fortune. Where did that come from? We invented the Squarey.
Phil Flappy.
Yeah, Phil Flappy. Like Timothy Pylon and the Pylon family somewhere over inventing the stupid orange cone once upon a time. They've got to have like a patent or something where they get kickbacks, tiny kickbacks, but it adds up.
Yeah.
And you think
about the gate guy, arm, you mean the
arm that goes up when you go through a thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways to have like the family fortune. And I know somewhere is Jonathan Reflector who hey, you know what? It's this little thing that goes on the road. Let's make a deal with this Caltrans. We'll do a pilot program. Oh, they just ordered 17 million of them at a penny a pop in perpetuity. We're rich. How'd you get your fortune? We invented the reflector on the road. No way. I always wondered, like, so I've always spent my life side thinking about, like, well, what would be another good invention? Like something like that. That's the one I don't understand that they don't have is how come there's not degrees of brake lights? Like, why is it the same brake light when you're slowing down in front of me, regardless of how hard you're slowing down? Like, why don't brake lights have a thing where either A, which I don't think this is the best idea, where they get brighter the harder you push on the brake? I think it'd be cool. It's like, okay, you're slowing down normally, red light on the brake, right? But if you're like skirt, right, the brake light strobe to let the person know it, because it takes a second.
Remember at the arena when you'd hit the peak loudness and the flags would
little
come
flags come out of it. I'm telling you.
So
fortune.
Percy Shaw invented the reflector, also known as the cat's eyes.
The what?
The cat's eyes.
Cat's eyes.
And he passed away in 1976 and left behind an estate valued at
a lot.
193,500 pounds.
Okay, so that's like $250,000. Really?
He's from England.
Well, they don't know how to cut deals. They don't know how to cut deals. See 1776. They don't know how to cut deals. Wow.
Maybe it's one of those thinkings of, hey, this is better for everybody.
Dude, that's like that doc I saw on screw that. It's like that doc I saw on the Heinz ketchup and all that, and it was Pemberton, the guy who invented Coca-Cola, and like he died pretty much penniless, and his son and wife were all like penniless and lame. And then the other dude came up, and this businessman was like, "I'll buy the patent off you for like $100,000, which is like $1 million back then." They're like, "Yeah." And then he grew it into like this multi-trillion-dollar, jillion-dollar company. Like maybe it was one of those things where they're like, "What, Paul?" And the guy was like, "All right, well, I'll pay you $250,000 for the reflecty."
Or maybe it's like the guy who invented insulin who thought it's wrong for me to make money off of this.
Yeah, just let every other company make money off of this. Why you? Yeah, I know how to inject people with insulin. It's a true story about me. I do. I know how to.
I also do.
You do you? Yeah, my mom made sure my sister and I knew how to. And I hate needles, dude. So like watching my mom put a freaking needle in her gut or thigh or wherever growing up, I don't like. I would be the worst diabetic. I would be the worst because I would think every single thing wrong with me is at the beginning of an insulin reaction. So I would be constantly freaked out. And then secondly, like I need insulin terribly. Do I though? I don't want to stick myself.
Ow.
Right. Now they have these little things like she's got this little sucker on her side, what's called Dexcom that just has a like thing, a needle always in her or something. So
My
like, you can't
dad
tell.
had one of those.
Yeah.
And he woke me up one time and he's just like, it's like 4:00 in the morning. He's just like, hey, you need to come help me out with this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And it looks like a pager type of thing.
That's exactly right.
And I go and I look at it. He's like, you got to fix this. I don't know what's wrong with it. And I'm looking at it and everything is in Arabic.
I mean, that's
Dad, how did you do this? He's like, I don't know. Why do you think I'm asking you?
That's not gonna
like if
work.
it's in Spanish, French, I might be able to figure my way around.
Right, but not
Arabic.
No. See, look, right now, this is great. Whoever invented this is amazing because, like, right now, my mom's fast. I hope she's fast asleep. And her blood sugar is 142. That's fantastic. But then what's great is, like, my sister, my dad, myself, we all have alerts on. So it'll show you, like, if she crashes out at it, because we don't worry about it going up. We worry about the crashes. If she crashes out at a certain speed or a certain level, like in the middle of the night, and it'll just be like, wonk, and we're all trained to it now to wake up. And then my poor dad, who is 100% dealing with it at the time, but then he's got like the amount of times where I've called my dad and he's just like, oh, I'm dealing with it. And then, God damn it, there's your sister on the other line. Hold on. Poor dad.
How do I do this?
Yeah.
It's like when we're freaking out that we're off the air and then we start getting calls. Hey, did you guys know yet that you're off the air?
Right. Or
wasn't aware.
What I really loved was yesterday, before that, when I woke up and looked at my morning tweets that I had received the night before, 2 of them were people tagging me in the Shams Charania story. Did you see this? And it was the fact it was De'Aaron Fox getting traded. And it
was good for them to point it out to you.
I never am snarky about that, but God, I so badly want to be. No way. Like, it's one thing that my dad does it. My dad does that all the time. I hope he's not listening. And some of the times he's like, hey, did you hear about the Beatles breaking it? Whatever it is. And I'll be like, oh, what? No way. Be like, haha, gotcha. Yeah, you got me, Dad. He broke news to me once, like a couple times. I mean,
my mother-in-law has done that before. Not that exact thing. She'll go, hey, they were saying on the radio, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I said that, or whatever.
I on the radio saying it. Yeah,
they said on the radio during the game that, like,
that was me.
I was pretty well aware of that.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Chris. How are you feeling? 1 to 10.
Yeah, I'm about a 6.
I don't know. What did you have or have?
Like a cold.
Yeah, it's this thing is weird, dude. That you have and I don't, and it's one of those things where like I'm just tired. I took a freaking, and I don't know if I don't ever get jet lagged on the way back. I could not sleep when I got home yesterday. I went and got some war wonton soup, which is like my key to victory. And then, and my son was home, so we split it. And then I was still up at like 1:30. I was just watching old West Wing reruns, which usually put me to sleep, and I couldn't. So I went
put me to sleep.
Right, thank you. And I took one of them Theraflu nights. I woke up, and it was like the Kings game was starting. I slept more in my nap than I did the night before. And then you wake up and it's like, I feel weird. It's okay. Is it hot in here, Jason?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. We'll take a break. When we come back,
we'll see you guys on Friday.
We'll see, when we come back. Hey, the Kings won a basketball game.
They sure did.
You know what's even crazier than the Kings winning a basketball game, Jason? There's a Super Bowl this Sunday.
I've forgotten, honestly. Actually, for a day, I think I did.
The Cheagles Super Bowl. It's happening. We even mentioned it yesterday.
The Eves.
But I actually like the Eves. I like that better. We should probably mention it today at some point.
Where is it? When is it? Who's playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on that. We'll do
That
that.
tweet I could use.
And
Someone send me that.
Yeah, that's a useful tweet, isn't
Yeah.
it? God, Princess Leia headphones. And lots of fallout from the Luka trades.
Yeah.
We're starting to get the post-mortem.
Hey, does that part feel weird? Putting your thumb through the
Oh, no, because I forgot until you just pointed it out.
so obviously doesn't.
Yeah, anytime there's
I've seen though. I don't think I've ever done that.
I rarely get something that fits me or is big for me, and this is what the team wears for warm-ups, right, when they come out. So they gave me all these warm-ups when I was out there, and
Did you warm up with the squad?
oh, come on, dude. I actually got 9 minutes into their last match. You didn't see?
I did not.
Wow.
It's a game I missed.
We'll take a break. We'll come back leading off next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
It'll be a 2-point win for the Sacramento Kings. The final score is 116-114. And the Sacramento Kings here in Minnesota have won for a 5th consecutive time. They'll gladly take it after the struggles on the road and the fact that in the 4 losses they had been outscored by 20 points a game. A lot of heroes in this one and a lot of gritty effort and accomplishment on the part of the Kings.
Yeah, did I see this right, Jason? The road teams won the last 10 games in this series.
Oh wow! Well, I know the Kings won 5 in a row in Minnesota, so maybe.
Yeah,
and Minnesota won both here. Yeah, that might be true.
That's cray.
It is,
dog.
So if they have to play him in a play-in, let's go there.
Let's go there.
Yeah,
we love the target.
Also, without DiVincenzo and Randall, that's nice too.
We didn't have Fox.
Good point.
Hello.
Herder. McLaughlin.
Yeah, hello. We were missing 3.
Add them all up.
Yeah, exactly. I'll bet you if Herder. Wait, who are they missing? DiVincenzo, Randall, and was who cares?
The Timberwolves.
Okay, so let's take McLaughlin out. Okay, Fox, Herder versus Randall, DiVincenzo, 2-on-2 half court. Who wins?
Randall and DiVincenzo.
Is it because who's guarding Randall down low? Because that would be the big
That's
issue.
a part of it.
But then who's? Well, I guess they're going to double team Fox.
Wow.
What? I'm just saying.
I'm open.
Double teaming at a 2-on-2. That's. By the way, I'm a little worried. Okay, I know I'm worried for no reason whatsoever. But I did send a nice long text to Kevin yesterday.
Crickets.
I haven't heard anything. Now, to be fair, especially on the road, sometimes it takes him a while. Plus, I'm sure his phone it takes him a while to get back. Sometimes, that just in history, sometimes you're like, oh man, sorry, just a couple days later, a day, usually about a day later. But I'm kind of on call today. He's not mad at me. But until he texts me back, I'm like, God, did he really think that thing yesterday was real? But he wasn't listening. But did somebody be like, hey, Kevin, Dave played a backdoor cut in the first quarter.
I forgot about that.
Jason did a tribute to Fox, and it was 10 amazing highlights. And I was like, I've got a Kevin highlight too. And I just found the first thing I found, and it was backdoor cut, layup by her at 7-4. Yeah, right. Jason called me out as mean. Good win.
Great win.
That win.
Might not want Kevin Herder to find out about the rewind today.
What? Oh, no. Jason, Chris,
I feel like my script is pretty good.
I disavow whatever it is.
I don't know what it is.
Also, did you see the publicity photo for Kevin in the the red of the Bulls, man? Like he's like in his own color scheme now. Maybe that's it. You had red with the Hawks, kind of a red, orangey red. Is that
So
a red?
we should have went back to the red Kings jersey.
Yeah,
Ugh.
everybody's favorites.
Ugh. It's a good win, shorthanded win, and now everything's set for tomorrow. Golden One Center, and Sacramento LaVine will make his debut for us, and it'll be energetic.
Yes, it will.
And we gave like half the building away yesterday. In
All the tickets.
Remind me to talk to you guys about something during the break that ticked me off about that yesterday. I don't want to say it on the air though, which means I really don't want to say it on the air. But yeah, there was that. We'll talk about the win. We'll got audio for you next. And hey, more stuff going on, please. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Come on.
The Chiefs, with their 15 wins, 15-2 this year, 11 of those 15 games were within one score. And I think that talks about the competitiveness of our game and the importance of how we officiate it, but also the competitiveness of how we play it.
Hey, Raj.
Oh, Raj Goodell.
Yeah.
There's a Super Bowl Sunday, and everyone's, it's funny, Jason.
I am going to watch.
I will watch as well. There's a nice, decent UFC Saturday night. I haven't bought a UFC in a long time. I think
Pretty busy weekend you got planned.
Very busy weekend. Yeah, maybe a little Bed Bath & Beyond if we have time. Then you got Super Bowl Sunday. And I got to be honest, I'll watch regardless of who the teams are, but if it's a game I really don't care about, like I'm already, yesterday, I started my menu. Like I'm already getting into snacks, different things to eat. And at some point this week, we will do our annual tradition. I have found some phenomenal recipe ideas for Super Bowl Sunday. And let's be honest, other things from our audience before. I'm always very keen to we have a public forum. We're a public service, if you will, and I'm always keen to do that. One of these days, we should do something on the website where we can list out like favorite Super Bowl recipes, and we all did. I know I've asked you before, but for the new people, like, do you have, whether it's a signature or something that pops into your head that's your favorite Super Bowl thing that you either make or enjoy?
Nothing specific for the Super Bowl, but this year, I'm bringing back. I'm making the jambalaya. I made some a couple weeks ago.
Phenomenal.
Chris had it. You were gone. Yeah, it was when you were gone.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll bring it in on Monday if there are leftovers.
Worked together decades. Never. The one time I'm gone.
The one time.
Okay, that's not fair.
Yeah.
The two
I've
times.
made it every time.
Every time I've been gone.
Yeah.
Chris, you?
The last couple years I've done, it's tough because I go on that crab fishing trip and we didn't get to go out this year, but I'll find some crab and do my crab dip.
Is that like cream cheesy crab? Yeah,
exactly.
On crackers.
Not Salisbury's cream corn.
Ooh, cream corn.
Oh, that is a good one.
I might do. I'm gonna do some poppers this year.
Poppers.
The great Sean Thomas. You guys remember Sean, my old partner at night. Still has one of the world heavyweight champions of recipes he shared. Take a hot dog or whatever it is, adjacent, cut it in thirds, wrap them all. You take a slab of bacon, cut it in half. You roll the hot dog in the bacon and toothpick it, and you take a banquet pan. It's got to be a banquet pan. It's $2 at the store. It's disposable. And you line the bottom of it with all these little toothpick little wieners. You throw that down there, and then you take a couple of boxes of brown sugar, and you pour it all over the top, right? And you cover it and you bake it for a while. And then you take the top off, you put it back in to kind of crisp the top. And you got to let it cool down because it's like literally lava at first. And too many people have scorched their tongues on this. Once it cools down, you just pull out these little lollipops of nitrate and sodium. And with the melted, it's almost like a caramelized substance on top. God dang, they're so good and terrible for you.
Is it like a dessert?
It's like dessert snack. It's like dessert snack. It is.
One of my go-tos for a while too was bacon wrapped dates. Those are usually
you know what? Those are actually good. But also like weird, but not in a bad way. Like this is weird. Oh, it's actually really good. Get a little salt, sweet.
Exactly.
I wonder how that would taste if you incorporated a little spice in there as well. Ooh. What? Break? Go to break? All right. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings beat Minnesota. We got audio for you. We're also going to get an update on Gonzalez Law here between now and then, I hope. Jason's got the update for you. Are you? All right. Well, we'll see you during the break. We'll do that next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Hey, let me tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez is a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. He is one of us. He's been local for a long time and successful for a long time. In fact, his meticulous case preparation and overall approach has resulted in life-changing results for thousands of clients, and you could be one as well. If there's something that's still following you from your past, something you can't escape, something that's keeping you from doing some things that you'd like to do that you just know is hanging over your head, well, have you ever thought about an expungement? That is something he has done for many people, and it's helped get their lives back on track. And he has specialized, in fact, in those. So if you're looking for some representation there in criminal defense, sexual harassment, auto accident, wrongful termination, there are lots of reasons to need representation, but you want to know who to go to. Well, you want someone local, someone who's successful, someone who will help you out and help answer your questions. 916-304-9187 is how you can reach the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez, or go to saclegaldefense.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all grills are created equal and every detail matters. Check out the new Napoleon Prestige and Rogue models and see the difference a Napoleon makes. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel, boasting absolute quality. Napoleon knows that the smallest details add up to make a big difference when curating your perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
DeRozan isolated on the left side of the floor, just outside the dark blue paint. Feeds it out to Malik Monk, steps into a three, and he drills it. Malik Monk from downtown on the left wing, and the Kings lead 8-3. Kings have to recognize the fact this has to be a quick action off the inbounds. Carter to Keegan. Rocks, fires, scores! That was, I believe, a 2. I'm not sure. Let's check. Yeah, 38-34 on the scoreboard. DeRozan now against Jalen Clark. Now Conley picks him up on a switch. Sabonis sets a screen and it backs his way into it. Debo splitting defenders, little scoop short. Sabonis gets the rebound on the putback, and there he is at 10,000 career points for Domantas Sabonis. His first points of the ball game. Kings lead 50. Push two. Now Ellis atones with a steal. Races up the floor 2-on-2. Puts on the brakes on the perimeter. Gives to DeRozan. Debo in the lane. He's fouled. He scores. 3-point opportunity for DeMar DeRozan. 76-70. Sacramento leading by 6. Still over 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Creeping forward, Monk, left wing. Finds DeRozan. Isolated now on the left side. Leaves his feet, feeds a weak pass out to Monk. 7 on the clock. Monk probes, pulls it back. Now probes again, behind the back with the dribble. Step back, 18-footer, banks it home. That was a bit of an accident, I think, but Malik Monk will gladly take it. He has a 20-point ball. It'll be a 2-point win for the Sacramento Kings. The final score is 116-114. And the Sacramento Kings here in Minnesota have won for a 5th consecutive time. They'll gladly take it after the struggles on the road and the fact that in the 4 losses they had been outscored by 20 points a game. A lot of heroes in this one and a lot of gritty effort and accomplishment on the part of the Kings.
Yeah, gritty effort, accomplishment, happy G-Man, great plane ride home. Unconfirmed, but everybody on the plane, I'm guessing it was something like, thank God he's gone. God, what a load off.
McLaughlin?
I didn't want to say it.
Okay, sorry. I shouldn't have. Sorry, guys.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
It's now the time. Can we start trashing Fox now that he's gone?
You can.
I don't know what the rules are. Welcome back. Is that now 4-0?
You've wanted him traded
forever.
Yeah.
About time.
I was here when you said that.
I finally got the note yesterday from the club that said I can now tell my real feelings about Fox. How badly I've wanted him gone forever.
The team,
yeah. What you got those in the
yeah. The stationery and everything
scented
by Slamson.
Talking points.
Yeah.
Say this, don't say that.
Yeah. Actually, I brought a copy in.
Did you bring a copy? Oh, look at. Careful, someone's going to screenshot that.
So I made it quick.
Good win. Jason, I was looking through. I couldn't remember, honestly. Was this wire to wire?
No.
It wasn't.
No.
When the hell they
early on, and then actually Minnesota caught them in the 4th, but I think it kind of played in there, but the largest deficit I think was just 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost wire to wire.
Almost
wire to wire.
Yeah.
Good win for them. Good win for the team. And
very much needed.
Very much needed. And now they come home, they get a chance to barely breathe a little bit. And then, honestly, look, you got to win the games. You have to play the schedule that's in front of you, and you have to win the games regardless. And we have seen in this league, there are things that are always goofy. Jason, you want to hear something incredibly goofy?
Yeah.
The Portland Trailblazers have won 8 of 9.
Yeah, and 8 of 9, maybe 9 of 11. I watched the end of that game.
11, yeah,
they're playing great, and the Kings have already lost there, and they go there Thursday.
Yeah, love to see it, but get it all out now.
Yeah,
please. The Kings return home from this trip. 2-4?
Yeah,
on the trip.
Yeah,
they are in a 3-way tie at 25-24 with the Suns and the Warriors for the year. 3 teams tied. There are 2 spots in the play-in, the 9 and the 10. They are 1 game over 500. They are 1 game over 500 at home. They are at 500 on the road. They are at plus 1.2 in point differential. They are a half game behind the Mavericks, a game and a half now behind the Timberwolves. And just for funsies, they're 3 behind the Clippers for the actual playoffs. We'll do standings watch later. But honestly, if you'd have told me before the road trip this is the position they'd be in, I'd say I want a little more, not disastrous.
Yeah, I said, I remember we talked about it. We wanted 3-3. My specific thing was 3-3 with a win over Minnesota.
Yeah.
They got 2-4 with a win over Minnesota.
So failure.
Yeah. And be honest, it was quite a trip, an eventful trip. I mean, we were talking about this in the pregame yesterday and maybe in the postgame that, to start the year, if you said, we were talking about predictions, where's this team going to finish? How's it going to look? If you'd have told me before the All-Star break that they would have fired Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox would be gone, I think maybe you could have talked me into Mike Brown would happen. I'm like, but I don't even think I would have believed that. There's no way I would have believed De'Aaron. And here we are. I mean, so it's been a really eventful year, and they're still in the middle of it. And the other part is, Dave, there's still, 2 days to go, and there's a decent chance that there's going to be more moves. So, who's on the roster tomorrow night? Who's on the roster come Thursday? What's the real team then going forward post All-Star break? So we're still in this strange time right now.
I can tell you, I talk to people that know things, and kind of backing up what we said yesterday. I would be let me put the let me put it.
I think it's your beanie.
Rank it. I think it is my beanie. I would be surprised if the Kings didn't make at least one move today.
Okay.
And I would be shocked if the Kings didn't make 1 to 2 moves by the trade deadline.
Right.
Like it's really not an if, it's a when. And that's the same around the organization. What those moves are, but they're going to make, I don't know what they are, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, literally they have to, just based on roster spots.
And
that could be, hey, they just added 2.
Right.
But
I'm not trying to parse either. Yeah. Like, at least one of these moves is not going to be picking up Jay Crowder.
Right.
It's no offense to him. I'm just saying it's not going to be some open free agent signing or whatever. Though there'll be more to this. And part of the reason I think it might be today, or was told it might be today, is that if you move quick enough, they might be ready for tomorrow night, and then we could have a full complement. So, but great win. And then, Jason, now you look. I don't have the line yet for Kings Orlando tomorrow. I think the Kings will be favored, but it's got to be like a half a point, 1.5. It's gonna. I can't imagine it more than 2.5.
Yeah, Orlando's all of a sudden really struggled. Yeah. I don't know if I like that, but that's they lost last night. They've lost 6 or 7 in a row on the road, and at one point I think we're 7 or 8 games above 500. They've really hit the skids here.
Orlando has lost, I believe, 4 in a row here. Yeah, 4 in a row at Miami and OT, at Portland, at Utah, at Golden State. They lost yesterday 104-99. As a matter of fact, Jason, Orlando was.
Yeah, what's the peak you see them win over 500 times?
They were 15-7 December 1st.
Okay, I think even more recent they were probably better.
Well, that's the thing. Look at what I'm looking at right now. Here's the win streak that put them there, and then just you look. There's no real. It's win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win.
Well, let's take the 15-7. What are they now?
15-7. They're now 24-27. That's 9-20. They're 9-20, and they've had Banchero back now for a minute.
And Wagner's now back. Not Mo Wagner, he's out, but Franz is back.
But when they have lost 8 of their last 10. They have lost 4 in a row. So here's
they're going through it, and they're better than that.
They are better than that. Yeah. And you just hope that the Kings don't pull the Robitussin thing.
Figure it out after tomorrow night.
Kings will be favored tomorrow night. Kings will be favored in Portland. I don't know by how much, but I think they will. Kings will be favored at home against New Orleans. Okay. I don't think they'll be favored against Dallas. They should have Anthony Davis playing by then, but Dallas is going through some things as well. I think they'll be favorites in both games in New Orleans, though New Orleans has been playing better lately.
And then that's the All-Star break.
And then they come back and they have Golden State at home. They have Charlotte at home. And then they go to Utah. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games coming up.
You have to do well there.
You pretty much honest to God, I'm not trying to be that guy. Let's count Minnesota as 10 and already give them a win. So you take it in groups of 10. I'm honest to God disappointed with anything below 7-3.
Okay.
I would count 6-4 a disappointment.
Yeah. But if you did, let's give them 7-3. If you did 7-3.
7-3, they're 32-27.
Yeah. So season best 5 above 500. I know, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty safe to say they would be really close to the top 6 at that point.
Let's see, 32 and 27 is 59. That would put them at 542. I'm just trying to check something here to make
what that would be now.
What that would be now. 542 would actually put them percentage points ahead of the Timberwolves in the 7 seed.
Yeah.
And probably somewhere around a game and a half. Currently, they're 3 back, a game and a half to a game behind the Clippers, of course, depending on how they do. 7 and 3.
Right.
You got to have 7 and 3. This is a time to get healthy.
7 and 3 and beating the Warriors to me in that group.
Yeah, would be huge.
Probably Dallas too.
Yep.
Like if you beat both of those, because right now the way the standings are laid out, you mentioned a 3-team tie with them, Phoenix and Golden State. Well, the Kings have the season series 2-0 on Phoenix, have the season series right now 2-0 on the Warriors.
Yep.
They're already 1-0 on doubt. Like there's some things that are in their favor, but if they just keep winning those critical head-to-head games, obviously you pick up a full game and you get closer to winning season series.
Because it don't get much easier after that.
Right.
Yeah. We'll take a break when we come back. All right. We approached it a little bit. Are the Kings done? What's coming up for that? And also an old friend introduced in South Texas. We'll talk about that next.
Breaking Sacramento Kings news. De'Aaron Fox has reportedly been traded to the San Antonio Spurs in a 3-team deal that lands Sacramento Zach LaVine and 3 first-round picks. Stay up to date on SacktownSports.com at 11:40 a.m.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 of these fave items for just $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. It's an incredible deal, but an insanely difficult choice. Do you go double chicky sando, both spicy and classic, 1 beefy and 1 chicky? Or maybe you go all in on 1 and go Nug Max. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
Please, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be
Reeling in the refund.
limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Over at Jiffy Lube, and they want to show some customer love this month with their February oil change deals. You can find online today. Visit jiffylube.com and find a service center near you to see these sweetheart deals. Get it? During the month of February. Here's what you do. Drive into savings at jiffylube.com today and let yourself save in the month of February. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Right now, get up to a $15 gift card after rebate when you purchase select Superstart batteries exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, it's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and the regular season is over, but the high hand bonuses, those are not. $500 per primetime football game, whether it's weekend, Monday night, whatever it may be. And those bonuses, Available until the season ends, including the big game on February 9th. Capital Casino, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
One of the things that always kind of a little extra pain on any trade like this is just when you're kind of starting to accept you're in the whatever stage of grief or happiness, depending on who it is. But then you see your player in the other team's colors when they're introduced. It's like it's one thing if your girl breaks up with you or guy, but then when you see on Facebook, like they're out with Fred having a great time,
Boy, they look happy.
Happy.
Did this one feel a little easier just because there was lead up to it most likely happening?
Yeah, I think.
Like with Halliburton, it was just like he's gone. It's like, whoa,
out
what?
of the blue.
Yeah, if it was the Luka trade, right? Like where we hadn't heard anything.
They're taking it pretty well.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Not like to that level where nobody knew there was a shock to it. And honestly, I mean, Fox and LaVine as two former All-Stars, that's a pretty significant trade. It just was in the shadows compared to that monster.
100%. The whole thing with Luka, the Fox trade would be the biggest thing in the NBA right now. But the Luka thing is just such a monster.
Right.
And for good reason. And Chris is right. That we should probably somebody's asking, why is Fred always my go-to name? I don't know. It's Fred.
Yeah.
Who's Fred? Like, are there any Freds now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple.
Oh, like baby Freds?
Yeah. Like, is there a baby Fred?
I don't know one.
I don't think there are any. I think it's been banned.
There's Freddie.
Freddie.
Who was the youngest Fred?
He's like 9.
I think it's like sort of like Frankie. Like once you get to a certain age, you have to
like there's a Freddie and then you go back to Fred. But honestly, like when was the last time you ran into somebody under 50 named Dick? Honestly, when was the last time you were like, oh, hey, my buddy Dick? It's not a name anymore.
I don't know one.
There's a Rick, Rich, Richard, Ricky. Imagine famous golfer Dick Fowler. It's not happening. Dickie Fowler. He's the guy in the Puma gear and the orange. Anyways, this is how we get this out.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Fox and with this whole thing, this has to go. We always talk about this. This has to go down as, we use the Peja Artest trade as an example of like trades are never broadcast.
Yeah.
Well, the Luka trade versus the Fox trade are polar opposites.
Correct.
The Luka trade just right out of the sphincter. The Fox trade, this goes down as a trade that was 100% broadcast.
Yeah, literally heard about it. Literally heard there was a team that he preferred.
Yes.
Very publicly. It's like, well, it doesn't have to be that team.
Sure.
And then when you hear there's a trade, the Spurs are involved. Oh, well, there were breadcrumbs. We heard about it. Yeah.
There were muffins.
Yes.
Not just breadcrumbs, giant muffins.
That's right.
And this is where Fox's wife is from, San Antonio. He's going to wear no more number 5. He'll wear number 4 in honor of her and the number she wore. And you know what, dude? He's a Texas kid. He gets his Whataburger now, which I was saying yesterday. I think it'd be hilarious if in his press conference he's like, honestly, In-N-Out Burger is better. But now he can be around his what? Honestly, if I've always liked the Aaron. I've defended him a lot. I know we've gone back and forth. I'm not going to lie, though. There's a little something about that might have been the thing that bothered me about him the most, was the most inconsequential thing. But there's just no world in which Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. There really is not. And if you think that, there's something a little wrong with you.
Yeah.
He was never going to leave. That type of attitude is not a championship attitude.
Well, it showed.
It showed. That's why he's gone.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine comes in now, if you believe Chuck Swirsky, and why would he lie? This is a pros pro, if you will. A lot of pros on this team. You know, Sabonis a pros pro,
Yeah.
DeMar's a pros pro. Everybody's a pros pro. And he's going to come in, and now the question is that it? And look, I'm telling you right now, it either ain't it or there's a problem, because the intention of this team is 100% we are not done. And no, I'm not talking about like they have to fill 2 roster spots. We know that's going to happen. But in other words, we have other moves we're looking at. I would expect at least one to be announced at some point today.
Right.
So it will be very interesting to see, and then we can go back and grade that trade yesterday fully.
Yeah,
where this team's at going into this sort of second half.
Yeah, because I think if you look at just Fox for LaVine, I think it's honestly closer than people think, but more people would take Fox. Age, contract, position, just all that stuff. There's more things pointing towards Fox, but LaVine's a good player. So then the next part is, hey, you did this with some extra picks for a reason. So the reason has not been defined yet, as far as obviously a little more flexibility, a little more chips in your hand here that you can deal out to see what else you can get. So this next part is exciting, and I wouldn't say nerve-wracking. You just want to see what the next moves are.
Yeah, I think there's I think everybody's on the clock right now. Doesn't sound like there's any appetite or conversation in the franchise right now for a front office move. I think they're at least till the summertime going to reevaluate, stick with Monty, Wes, and co. And I think a lot of what happens this summer or doesn't happen this summer is obviously going to be predicated on what happens in the next couple of days, and then ultimately what happens overall for the rest of the season. This bright orange shirt I'm wearing right now is the soccer team over there. Over there, we have what's called a January transfer window, not a trade season. You got a month where you can do stuff, and then you have the summer. And they've gone out and spent a ton of money bringing in players that the team needs. And most of those players came over there about a week right before we went over there. The team was unbeaten since October 1st. We're bringing all these new awesome players to fill holes. They promptly lose 3 in a row, went 0-3 over there. And whether it's soccer or basketball or football, but really those two are, where you're in not a lot of midseason trades in football, let's be honest. And I don't even think really baseball either, because baseball is an incredibly individual sport. And what I mean by that is in soccer or basketball, you're all playing together as a team. And right. Jason, I need to figure out when you're going to cut left or you're going to cut right. You need to figure out when I'm going to dive towards the goal or the basket. There's a lot of ballet that goes on in there. In baseball, it's a highly individualized sport. It's me versus the pitcher.
Right.
It's the pitcher versus me. It's me versus the ball that's hit to me. I mean, maybe I need to know where your foot's going to be on second base when we're turning 2, but it's not comparable.
Right. If I'm an elite hitter, it might benefit me to have someone in front of me and behind me that can hit. But if not, I'm still an elite hitter.
And oh, by the way, the coaching staff is going to do their job to let you know what you need to do or not. It's nothing like basketball or soccer where these guys need to learn how to mesh. Now, in the case of the soccer team, they are a ton better on paper now than they were before the trade window, but it hasn't translated to wins. With the Kings, they've got LaVine. They're going to add more almost certainly. But just because they are or not better on paper, or as some would say in the chat and wherever, addition by subtraction, the Fox distraction, cancer, 4-0 without him, time will tell on that. But ultimately, it's up to the team itself, Doug Christie, and the coaching staff to make sure, okay, well, we've got this talent now. Now it's our job to mesh you.
Right.
Who plays better in what lineup and who does better in this situation. And Jason, I keep coming back to, and I know numbers aren't everything, and sometimes numbers can lie or mislead. Numbers don't lie, but they can mislead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding it increasingly difficult to make a case against having Keon Ellis in the starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a difference maker.
Do you just, I looked this up today, actually, because I was thinking about that, because I actually know what question we have coming up in 3 for Madness, and I wanted to go a different route with the answer. Do you know how many games he started this year? Just a rough guess.
3, 4.
Keon? Okay. Well, it's a few more. But
okay. 8.
I'm gonna give you the number, and you tell me what you think their record is.
Okay.
He has started in 11 games.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, it's been that many.
I'm stupid.
No, because it's obviously the 4 without Fox.
Yeah,
So that'll help
yeah.
you, and then some without Monk. And
I will say they are 7-4,
which would be great. Right above the percentage they're playing. Yeah, they're 8-3. There might be something.
It's
more
so
there.
funny because I didn't know that number. I just knew the analytics that I was looking at the other day of on floor, off floor, not necessarily starting, but just who this team is.
Yeah, when he's on. Yeah.
And it's so baffling, not bafflingly, but ridiculously good that it's almost like at some point, do they look at that and just ego aside, like, all right, whether it's Malik, I don't think so. DeMar, it's so funny that you have a team that is almost 500. It's not like they're the Thunder.
Right.
But you're sitting here and you're like, God, I can't sit him.
The starting lineup's good.
Starting lineup's really good. Who the hell would you sit for Keon Ellis? That's the bigger problem.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it goes back to your first point, though. I don't know that he has to start. I love that starting number. He has to play, and it has to be significant.
I think, honestly, if Keon Ellis is playing anything below 26, 28 minutes,
that was wrong.
Yeah. Exactly. He has to be in there for that. And, by the way, I think that's fine, too. He's still young, starting out his career. But they now, and we'll see these moves coming up, and they now have this potential. They still have this potential, even with LaVine, who Swirsky was saying his defense is a little underrated. They have this ability to really get defensive, and I wonder where these moves are going to be down the road, and if that's going to make that an even more defensive-based team at times, because that offense is going to be very, very good. We hope. We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, it's back. We skipped it yesterday with everything going on. Kings Rewind, a fun Kings Rewind. Jason's got a word from overhead. We'll be right back after this.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about the great folks at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Hopefully you had a chance to meet them in person. They were at the home show this last weekend. And look, you need to stop by their showroom to see all the different selections they have, but get to know them, and then you'll be impressed with who they are, what they represent, and how instrumental really they've been in this community. And they're going to continue to do more of the same, and they can help you out just like they've helped us out. So you got to ask yourself this question: is your garage door kind of stuck right now in those winter blues? Well, February is the perfect time to give it some love. At Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, they're here to keep your garage door running smoothly. And right now, this February, they're spreading the love. They've got their Sweetheart Special, $150 off a garage door with the purchase of a garage door opener. Now, they're experts over here at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, and they provide fast, reliable service. They're always on time, and it's always done right. And that's from squeaky hinges to full door replacements. They really do have you covered. So don't let your garage door be the heartbreaker this season. Visit overheaddoorofsacramento.com for your free estimate, as they'll be opening doors to your home and your hearts the entire month of February, really any month that you work with the great folks of Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Call them at 916-421-3747, 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body?
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Tuesday, it is going to be wet and windy during the day, so plan for it. Maybe a little extra time for that morning drive as well. As we head through the afternoon, we will see periods of Light to moderate rainfall. Temperatures today in the mid-50s. It'll be breezy with gusts occasionally up to 45 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
There's only one place where you'll find thousands of top brand vehicles, 17 dealers, and a friendly staff. Find the perfect ride tailored to fit your budget. Dream big and save even more during the President's Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-235-5588. That's 800-235-5588. 800-235-5588.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, Sal Salsbury joining us a little bit later.
Yes.
You call him Sean Salsbury, that's fine.
Let's kick it.
Let's kick it. 8:13. And we got a lot to get to the rest of the day. We're so happy you're here with us. It's funny, numbers are normaling out, yet still higher than the average bear.
Hey, you don't get to be number 18 for, without.
Dirt and Sprague.
Hey, and if you're new here, hit like and subscribe.
The bosses love that. Yeah, you weren't here yesterday, dude. We beat out Dirt and Sprague in the top.
Our year-long quest.
Suckers. Now we're after Bilbo and Baggins in Nashville. They're next on the list, like with Steve Buscemi and just cross them off and throw the lipstick on. Let's go. Dirt, Sprague. Kings Rewind. Kings won yesterday. I would like to actually hear more about it. Any chance you guys have a bet ready to go?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we were going to do the Oklahoma City game instead.
That
was so much fun.
That was not great.
Yeah.
Anyways, as they say, a very special edition of Kings Rewind right now. La, 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 ba, 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 ba.
Well, since the Kings last took the court in Oklahoma City on Saturday, the NBA world has been turned upside down.
Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Enough, I get the point.
Late Saturday night, the world was in shock, reading via social media that the Lakers and Mavericks made a trade involving Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
Sunday night, the Kings universe was stirred up as the Kings pulled the trigger on a 3-team deal that saw the face of the franchise and one of the all-time greats, De'Aaron Fox, going to the San Antonio Spurs.
Get out of here! Can't you see we don't want you anymore? Go!
Goodbye, my friend.
Is that the yearling when he booted the deer? No, what is it?
It's Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, which was actually inspired by the yearling.
The Kings' return will be future picks that they either are waiting to deal in further moves and two-time All-Star Zach LaVine. Have it?
Zach Attack.
Oh.
Without Fox, Herter, McLaughlin, all a part of the trade, and LaVine not available yet, the Kings had to pick themselves up and dust themselves off after an embarrassing performance in OKC.
You got to talk to the team, Jake. You give them a hell. Let them know they're too damn good to roll over and play dead.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it was the final game of a very long road trip, landing them in Minnesota. The Timberwolves have played some great games this season, and the Kings and Timberwolves have played some great games this season, including a Kings loss when De'Aaron Fox scored a franchise record 60 points in a game.
Why you bringing up old
The action began with Keegan Murray setting an incredible tone by scoring 17 first-quarter points.
I've mastered all the moves. The pizza toss, the tornado, the scorpion, the oopsie doodle.
The oopsie doodle.
Kings killer Naz Reid wanted to be noticed too as he lit up the first quarter scoreboard with 16 of his own.
All right. Sorry, Dad.
In the second quarter, the Kings bench did give them a necessary spark that has been missing for a necessary spark. Excuse me. That has been missing for quite a while, and the Kings took an 8-point lead into the break.
Oh, I'm so happy I can't even feel my arms.
The third quarter didn't start well as Domas picked up 2 quick fouls, which gave him 4 for the game, and he had to park it on the bench for 7 straight minutes.
Go stand in the corner and think about what you've done. And no dessert.
No dessert.
While he was out, it was time for DeRozan to cook.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
DeMar went off in the third and moved ahead of Steph Curry for 27th place all-time on the NBA scoring list.
Yo, home, smell you later.
Yeah.
Well, never mind the fact that Steph would go back ahead a few hours later when he hit the double-digit mark against Orlando.
Doesn't usually happen to me.
The Kings entered the fourth quarter up just 2 points.
Squeaky bum time.
Yeah. What? I said the Kings entered the fourth quarter up just 2 points.
Squeaky bum time.
Yeah. Oh, squeaky bum time. That's my favorite.
Halfway through the fourth, the Kings' lead was just 4, and you could tell this one was going down to the wire.
Going down to the wire. Squeaky bum time. Let's go down the wire.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already.
Mom spaghetti.
The Kings were getting clutch free throws by DeRozan, Sabonis, and Monk.
I'm a pizza guy.
We don't say clutch around here anymore, Jason. Come on, dude. Cross it off then.
Noted. And valid point.
Yeah, thank you.
Apologize. Let's apologize to the team.
Yeah, that's okay. You know what? Good Lord willing.
I let everybody down.
You did, but there's always tomorrow.
I've learned.
You've learned from your mistakes, and you're ready to move on now.
Kings head coach Doug Christie still had timeouts and a challenge, and it proved to be big when the Kings needed it most.
Correctamundo.
That's right, Fonz.
The Kings ended up winning for the 5th time in a row in Minnesota, and they salvaged a 2-4 road trip.
I'll take it.
The Kings return home to host the Orlando Magic.
Oh, no, really? Magic? No. Let's not go there. No, nothing is more repellent than magicians. Bunch of grown men waving wands, pulling bunnies out of body crevices. Magicians are repulsive. Next topic.
Is that girl from The Office?
Yes.
Oh, great, Paul.
And this will be the debut of the newest king, Zach LaVine. Your thoughts on that song being for Zach LaVine?
Honestly, and I want you to re-cue it here. At some point during the summer, I want to talk. I want to have a conversation about how one of the all-time insertions in lyrics is talking about. Like, I feel like They're just trying to keep the beat going. And how many songs are there where you're doing the chorus and then somebody just comes in with talking about and they just keep play it again, would you? Because they do it here. What are we talking about? No, I want to know what we're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's kind of a reset in the middle of the song. What are we here? Oh, we're talking about Friends Forever.
Yeah,
I do like those songs where there's like a call and response type of thing.
100%. It's that and choirs or musical bacon. It makes everything better. Call and response, 100%. Jeffrey Osborne, Ray Charles, We Are the World, 100%.
That's what I'm talking about.
Talking about.
There you go. Now you know
well
what
done.
happened.
Hey, well, by the way, well done, guys. That's just
John Chris. Chris is back and better than ever.
Chris is back again.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Took the day off yesterday. Talking about. That's going to be a thing, isn't it? Yeah. Is it hot in here? I'm just asking.
Now, no.
Now, no, it's not. Okay.
Don't worry, it'll get very cold very soon, just like me.
How? What? Just in general? Oh, I will, or
Yes.
it will? I will.
Yes.
And I will tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
I'm here for that. Not that. I'm here for getting cold. Cold greater than sign too hot. You disagree?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
I think cold is miserable.
I think like extreme cold is more miserable than really hot. But I think hot to the point of like you're starting to get a little moist and clammy is not as like I'd rather be like a little on the
Like the worst thing is hot at night where it can't cool down and you're trying to sleep and it's just too hot to sleep.
Dude, can't do it, man. Can't do it. Cannot freaking do it. Have to have a fan on.
You have a fan on all 365?
So I have in my room. I have
now.
I have a box fan in the window. Window's closed right now, but I have an AC unit in the window. I have a box fan in front of that to blow the AC across the room in the summer. Now I just have the fan on. I have one of them bladeless fans by my it's literally on a shoebox, so it can be up at my level, so it's blowing like right in my face. And then if my wife falls asleep downstairs, I always go up. She has this like tiny little desk fan, and I turn that. So I have this like wind tunnel in my little sleep palace. When I go on the road, in one I didn't have to, but in the New York hotel, no, in the UK hotel, I went and bought a fan and I leave it with them. And then when I go back there, I just ask, they're nice enough to keep the fan so I can have a fan. I can sleep without a fan on. This isn't a Princess and the Pea thing. Like it's for sleep apnea. It just works
helps.
better. But if I'm hot, dude, which I've never had to worry about, but if I'm warm, can't do it, dude. Can't sweat in bed. It's gross. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to sweat in bed. By the way, dude, MC, who's loving the color of this shirt I'm wearing today, he said you can't have a We Are the World update without or a conversation without referencing Michael Jackson. We were talking about call and response, MC. MJ was not a part of the call and response. We were a very specific part of We Are the World. Which MJ was, MJ was not in one of those. Come on, man. I don't mind ripping the shirt, saying I look like a banana or whatever. I don't know. They're mad at my thummy things. Apparently, the thumb. What does it say? The thumb loops are for women. Really? Then I'm a woman. Don't isolate that. You know what? Isolate.
Hear me roar.
Hear me roar. If thumb loops are for women, I like thumb loops. I wish all my long sleeves had. I wish I had sweatshirt. I wish my hoodie. Yeah, right. Look at you, Jason.
I cannot have.
Don't you wish you had a little loop? Probably not.
No,
not
for that. But yours
like
is also longer. Like mine ends here. Hello. Isolate that.
We'll take a break. Just kind of let that breathe for a
Mine
second.
ends here.
When we come back, Three-Ver Madness. The Kings are now 4-0 in games without De'Aaron Fox. What does that say? Is everybody vindicated? What was the difference last night and so much more? We'll take a quick 1-minute break after that. Back right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
You can text us at 916-339-1140. Call us at 1-800-912-1140. I see we got a caller. Somebody's calling. Maybe it's a prank call. I don't know. From the 916. I love it because they just gave up. Hey, guys, is there any chance the Kings would be able to get somebody like Valanciunas? And yes, I know I spelled his name wrong. Valenshuness. You know what? I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, you got it.
We're gonna have to have that name at some point in this summer in our
spelling bee.
Yeah, in our sports spelling bee segment. Is there according to reports, the cost for him would be 1, maybe 2 second-round picks.
Do it today.
The Kings now have something like 744 second-round picks. They 100% could get Jonas Valanciunas.
I would like that a lot.
I
Actually.
would 100%. It is such. Look, dude. There's always a caveat. Like, we don't know. What if Valanciunas' agent's like, yeah, any place but Sacramento, he's not going to come, or Valanciunas and Sabonis secretly have this blood feud going back to when they were kids. Like, we never know. I always want to leave a caveat for there's something we're not privy of. But barring any of that, it's just such an obvious smart move.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. Perfect would be Giannis or Jokic.
Right.
Maybe Wemby.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
it's such an he's out there.
Yep.
He's cheap. You have the room. He still has the ability to contribute quite a bit.
Him and Sabonis have played together.
Have played together a ton. If for no other reason, you don't ever have to play against him again.
Yeah, you're trying to hit the sweet spot, too, if this is who you're interested in getting him without giving up too much.
That's
but
right.
I don't know this for a fact, but I would almost guarantee the Lakers really want him.
Yeah.
After dealing Anthony Davis.
Wouldn't that be nice to actually get something the Lakers want for a change?
Yeah.
And
others. I wouldn't even, who wouldn't want him? He could help a lot of teams.
Real quick before we get to this, guys, here's a fun thing to do, and I'm just going to prey on your memories as always. I would be terrible at this. The Beam Team year was 22-23. I have in front of me a picture of every player on the opening day roster. I will tell you that just 2 years ago was this team. We now have a grand total of 6 players remaining off of that team.
Okay.
6.
So are we supposed to name the 6 that are still
How
around?
many can you name?
Sabonis.
That are still here?
Sabonis is 1, yes.
Lyles
is 2.
Monk
is 3.
Murray
is 4.
Alex Len.
Alex Len is 5. Let's go.
Colby Jones.
Colby Jones is wrong. I'll give you a hint so we can move on. We talked at length about this player earlier in the show.
Keon.
Keon Ellis. That's tough. I'm going to give you guys that because I believe he was a 2-way at the beginning of the year. But yeah, okay, you guys are kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 3 for Madness. Question 1, please.
The Kings are now 4-0 in games without De'Aaron Fox. Is this sustainable?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they're going to be undefeated in games without De'Aaron Fox for the rest of the year, although I would be here for it. The question is we've talked about this before. This happened after Mike Brown was fired. It's at least happened when Fox is out. Here's how it works. This is a film league. They study teams, and everybody talks to everybody about everything. And there are people paid a lot of money to break down tendencies and different things in ways that would boggle our minds if we sat these film sessions in some cases. The Sacramento Kings, in every scouting report, a huge part of that scouting report, if not the biggest part of that scouting report, is De'Aaron Fox, how to defend him, how to go at him, etc. When you, for example, you see this in sports all the time. We talked about Doug taking over. How about the trend? I always call it the Kirk Reeder trend because that was my generation. I believe Reeder started with the Expos either 10-0 or 11-0. Now, Kirk Reeder was a great pitcher, but you will see every year there will be a pitcher that comes up from the minor leagues and just tears it up for the first few games, and he's the next Roger Clemens. And then teams figure out the tendencies. They're very smart, and they catch up. I'm not saying they can't be good, and I'm not saying they can't be great. What I'm saying is that everybody needs to prepare for the fact. By the way, what was it we saw? Wasn't it Ravens, Raiders, and didn't the Raiders switch quarterbacks going into that game and ended up being Baltimore? I could be wrong about this.
This could be.
But you see sometimes when teams switch quarterbacks, or if a well-established quarterback is hurt very early in a game, oftentimes that team will do well the rest of the game, and then you're going to have talk radio saying, are they better without? When you go against type, when you go against film, it's going to take a while to catch up. Rest assured, the new look Kings with Monk and LaVine and hopefully they're going to come out of the gate really, really strong. Just prepare yourself for the fact that every version of every team, no matter how good or bad you are, they're going to have weaknesses. They're going to have things you can exploit. The NBA will eventually find this.
Yeah. And you hope, like in this case this year, if you look at the Kings now 4-0 without Fox, the previous three were some of their best wins. They had a double overtime win against Miami, if I remember right. They had the 30-point win in San Francisco over the Warriors, and they beat Boston in Boston. So great wins.
Right.
But what happened is your other version of the Kings all played really well.
Yep.
The example I would give is Kings not fully healthy, going to San Francisco, beating the Warriors by 30. The Warriors were fully healthy. Warriors came here without Kuminga, without Draymond, without Kyle Anderson. They're missing like 5 guys. Yeah. The Warriors were a different version.
Yes.
That's not better, but that version that night, they hit 20-something threes. That's the way they had to win, and they almost did beat the Kings. So they're a little bit different. I think the key, though, I'll go back to the stat we shared earlier. What's happened in the games without Fox is they've started Keon, and we said it, in 11 games as a starter. They're 8-3 with him. So that's something. Either start him or give him a ton of minutes. He's had a huge impact.
Maybe the people in the chat at some point will finally start listening to us when we said this team was going to be better without De'Aaron Fox, obviously. Cut number 2, please. Question 2, excuse me.
Question 2.
What did you see differently last night out of the team?
I think there was I want to try to say this without ripping Fox, because it's just, when you have such a huge gravitational orbit, and Fox has that taken out, it sometimes will lead to a lot of selflessness and everybody wanting to involve everybody. Let's be clear though. De'Aaron's usage rate had dropped dramatically in the 10 previous games he had played with the team, in part because of the injury. I also think you saw a weight off the shoulders, which is incredibly natural. That's not a great locker room to be in. And it wasn't just the whole Fox thing. It's also, what if I'm a part of the deal? These people have families and houses and things to do, and you just saw Luka flipping Doncic traded. If he can get traded, so can you. And it takes a toll, especially when you're on the road. You're on the phone with your wife all the time. Think about all of us and the things we have at home with our silly little lives. These guys are sitting there going, I don't know. I don't have the answer. Yes, I talked to my agent. I don't know if I read this one thing and they said that you could be, okay, I don't know. Well, what am I going to do? Mary and little Joseph are in school right now. And what are we going to pull? They're rich. They're superstars. anybody in the NBA is a millionaire. I'm not feeling sorry for him, but they also have real family things they deal with as well. Everything's relative. And I think having that off their back now to a point,
right?
Because there's still moves to be made.
Sure.
Once the trade deadline ends, as a matter of fact, Jason, I don't know if you saw this. There are teams, this is a real thing. There are teams that have adjusted their flight times because they don't want to be in the air when the trade deadline hits to try to avoid situations where Jason got traded to the Mavericks and we've still got 2.5 more hours before we land and he finds out on the plane and it's super duper awkward. I don't know it'd be that awkward.
Yeah, but I mean, I think De'Aaron flew with the team to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then he has to leave to go to San Antonio. I mean, that's still weird. But had he been in the air when that happened, that would have been strange.
Weird.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's the cloud that's been lifted, the uncertainty thinking, is he going to be traded, is he not? And I think they now knew he was, and it's happened. I think Saturday to yesterday was the biggest dichotomy between games, and you're better at analogies than me, but this one I'll use for something for you and I in radio. I know this has happened for you, but like if a more difficult show for me for whatever reason is if you're coming in late to the show, or I know you're coming, but it's like, oh, you're going to be like 20 minutes late. So just kind of, you just start, but I know it's not really starting till you get here.
Right.
Like versus you're out.
Then you know what's going on.
I know Dave's going to be back tomorrow. So
Totally
then
agree.
it's, it's just, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just different. I'm like, well, he's going to be here, but we'll get into that when you get, it's just a different show.
Well, that's noted. So it would be easier for you if I missed an entire show than if I came in a little bit late. I'll use that in the future. Okay. All right. Just, No, I hear what you're saying. And you're 100% right because you have to, it's one of those ways where, like you've done afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that took me the longest time, and I still struggle with it, is after doing nights for years, is at nights, start at 9 p.m., you come out of the box, and it's all your best stuff.
Yep.
And then as you get into the 11 o'clock hour, audience is going down a little bit. It's the crazies that are the great crazies that are out there that we loved, and you get a little off kilter. Whereas the toughest thing about mornings is you don't want to just not do anything for the first hour, but you know that the large bulk of your audience is between 7:30 and 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you want to avoid being repetitive for those 4-hour listeners. You have to you hold back certain things. So it's a very difficult discipline in mornings to kind of, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, Milton Berle your way through the first hour or two, and then let loose.
Doesn't usually happen to me.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right. Dirt and Sprague, take notes.
Yeah, Dirt and Sprague. We'll take a break. That actually sounds like a baseball player. Dirt, Dirten, Sprague, like son of Ed. Yeah, Dirt and Sprague, second baseman. When we come back, let's get in this Luka Doncic fallout. His dad spoke, Vlade's friend, and this is starting to. The more you hear about this, the more gross it gets. We need to cover it, so we'll talk about it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. For your Tuesday, it is going to be wet and windy during the day, so plan for it. Maybe a little extra time for that morning drive as well. As we head through the afternoon, we will see periods of light to moderate rainfall. Temperatures today in the mid-50s. It'll be breezy with gusts occasionally up to 45 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Just like in basketball, you need the right team to win. And that's why I recommend Folsom Lake Kia. They got low payments that change the game. And you can always buy with zero down with approved credit. Shop Folsom Lake Kia and tell them DC sent you.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze Car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Hey, this is Greg Pop-Up. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
It was 1879 when the first President's Day was established, and it's been a holiday ever since. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. I'm guessing when the Keys family opened the first Naturewood Home Furnishing store in 1948, a President's Day sale was not top of the mind. But the family probably celebrated the holiday with a picnic and a big slice of cherry pie. The store name Naturewood was selected to reflect the quality of the wood furniture for sale. And that focus on quality continues today with brands like FlexSteel, Trailway, Stickley, Fusion Designs, Stanton, and many, many more. The Naturewood Home Furnishings President's Day sale is the perfect time for you to find the right accent piece for your living room, a new bed for your bedroom, or to completely refurnish your entire home. See all the fine furniture and accessories on sale with Naturewood's President's Day sale. Find that perfect piece of furniture that's new today and filled with memories for tomorrow. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
What are you trying to say, dude? Oh, it's not about us. It's about his guy, Luka Doncic. Old rap is actually kind of fun to listen to sometimes because we grew up in that environment and it's so basic. Like, some of the best beats of all time for sure, but like they're certainly different now.
Oh, and they used to have the movie tie-ins.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Who was it that did the best? What's the comedian's name? Was it Hannibal Buress on T-Pain's podcast?
Yeah. Oh.
We used to play that. Hip hop started at the park. It's every song with like 3 beats behind it.
Now, what were we talking about earlier with the songs?
What, talking about?
Yeah, talking about.
Yeah.
Like back then, it was like, and I'm here to say.
That's so true.
Just say it.
Well, that's Jason. That's Chris. I'm Dave, and we're here to say,
yeah.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit subscribe, and hello, hi.
Talking about hi.
Talking about hi. So this Luka Doncic thing is getting more and more and more crazy the more you hear about it. For example, Nico Harrison, the GM of the Mavericks, and Rob Pelinka, the GM of the Lakers. Both have known each other since they were in their early 20s. Pelinka being a former agent, Harrison a former Nike exec. They go back a long way. The most fascinating thing I heard, second most fascinating thing I heard yesterday. And Ramona Shelburne wrote a really good article about this. I suggest you read it. Was that the third team involved? Remember, there were 3 teams. Utah. Danny Ainge is their GM. He didn't know about it.
Yeah. He just did that other part of the deal.
He did the other part of the deal.
Yeah.
Had no idea Luka Doncic was involved until the deal was basically done. It was just like, okay, well, I guess.
Yeah.
Had no idea that he was in the trade.
Right. It's ties to the Celtics and now in the Utah. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't have had much interest in helping the Lakers at all. And here we go. Yeah. Now, it would have been nice if Danny had backed out of it, but I also imagine they would have said, dude, we can get this anywhere else. Like, this is helping you a little bit. Like, come on. The most fascinating thing that I heard in there, and it's, to me, the most fascinating thing of this whole drama. And if this is true, I'm going to give Nico Harrison actually a little bit of credit here. Because his thought process, according to the article, in part was, this has to be incredibly secret. It cannot leak. Because we do not want to give any agents time to poison the well. In other words, if this thing gets out and rumored, now there's different levels of rumor. Right.
There's the rumors we hear, but then there's the rumors that are on the A level. You're talking agents, players that they hear that we're in many cases never privy to. And his whole thing was, look, this guy, his drinking, his partying, his weight, and we'll get into that in a second, his weight, his conditioning or lack thereof, his being injury prone,
defense,
lack of defense, this supermax biggest contract. We're like, we don't want that. We don't want to continue. Oh, and by the way, the headache, again, this according to the Mavericks people, the headache he brings with his camp, the fact that he knows he's untouchable.
Which would know him more than anybody, right?
100%. They're just over him. They're over Luka and the whole Luka thing. So what can we do? And their thought was, in part, we need to do this quietly. We've identified what we think will improve the team the most, which is adding more defense. And, the other things that come with Anthony Davis and a win now pairing Kyrie and Anthony Davis. But we don't want to give Luka's agent. We don't want to give Rich Paul. We don't want to give anybody the ability to poison this well, because these agents are, and the thought there, Jason, that came to me was Nico Harrison in part eyeing the De'Aaron Fox situation with another Clutch Sports member in Fox, just like Anthony Davis. And was he eyeing that and going, I don't want any part of that. And if it even leaks that Anthony Davis might be traded, Rich is going to get involved. He's going to start poisoning the well all over the place. We want this to surprise everybody. And
it did.
And on that note, it doesn't mean I understand the trade. It doesn't mean I understand why it happened. It doesn't mean I'm not pissed off about it. I can see the logic.
Yeah.
I can see that logic. And Jason Kidd didn't know. Coach of the Mavericks didn't know.
I think to do this, you had to do it that way. Right? Obviously.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then, now it's the actual ramifications of it. What will it look like? Like, Luka's still out. I think he might be targeting, I heard he's targeting a return before the All-Star break, so maybe within a week. AD's still out, but it should be pretty soon before he comes back. I mean, in the short term, I actually think Dallas did just fine. Yeah. But we're talking long term, and, here are the Lakers getting a generational player, but we'll see what they ultimately do with him. But the fact is, they've got the piece. There's only been, honestly, Dave, if you go back to, I'm at my timeline, the 60s.
Yeah.
Since like 1960, it's been like West, Chamberlain, Kareem, Magic. There's a little gap. Shaq, Kobe. LeBron. It's incredible.
I was talking to a Spurs fan, and they get really uppity about this, which is stupid, saying, look, you guys are the luckiest franchise in NBA history, in the sense of they had a 14% chance to get Victor Wembanyama. And that was tied with Detroit, and I think Portland all had 14% chances. That was the highest, but it's still 1.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And they got Wembanyama. And in those situations where they got the number one pick, each year there was a clear-cut number one generational superstar.
Center.
Robinson, Duncan, Wembanyama.
They didn't win it when Purvis Ellison.
Right.
When Bargnani.
No. By the way, even then, they didn't win it with Purvis Ellison. They had the 3 pick, and they took a guy named Sean Elliott.
Yeah, so they did well. I mean, they've drafted well,
right.
too.
It was better than Danny Ferry or Ellison, who went 2-1.
Yeah, but the 1 year, gosh, who was the guy that went that was out of Bennett?
Anthony Bennett.
Just not a great draft.
Absolutely.
And that's not the one they won.
You have different levels of luck going into it. Now, let's be incredibly fair to the Spurs here. They're an organization that's run beautifully.
Absolutely.
You had to build around these guys. It wasn't luck that you got Tony Parker and Ginobili. They did their work. Yeah. But it's because somebody was saying something about how beautiful this rebuild was and how amazing and all this stuff. Because now they have Fox. It's like full credit for Fox. Full credit. It helps when you have Victor Wembanyama. Now, the counter to that would be, Dave, your team had Luka Doncic and you passed. You're 100% correct. True. You can compliment the Spurs on how good they are at building teams and understand that they've had a phenomenal run of luck.
Yeah. And also, by the way, like it's not like they're not there.
No, they're not there.
I think people believe they will get there.
I'm one of them.
But they're not technically there.
They're not there yet. Yeah. They're well on the way. Absolutely. But they're, as of right now, Kings are better. Suckers.
See, facts.
But if you're asking me, would you trade our roster for their roster straight across? I would go get me one of them vans and I'd drive everybody to San Antonio.
And really, the reason you're saying that is
Wembanyama.
Yeah, and that's
absolutely.
I think everybody would. I think honestly, though, if you look at the Kings starting 5 around the rest, the Kings starting 5 is really pretty good.
Yes, it is.
When they had Fox and now without Fox, it's a good starting 5. But yeah, I mean, everybody would take the Wembanyama part of that.
So you wonder if this is the new norm. Are we
secret trades?
Are we going to have this future of De'Aaron Fox type trades where Star says, "Hey, let's we'll use some leverage here, but I want to give you a chance to maximize value, but I want to go here." Or are we in the new norm of, because of stuff like that, because of the Rich Paul effect?
Yeah.
We're going to keep everything super secret and nobody's safe.
I think those agents are so powerful. I think that's going to be pretty rare.
I also think a new norm is going to be these huge superstars being moved.
Yeah.
Okay, they're amazing, but I don't know if I want to pay $350 million for them.
This is all. The Luka Doncic trade probably does not happen without the new CBA and those apron rules.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ballgame.
I mean, we've already had 4 All-Stars traded.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, at different levels, right?
We'll take a break. More on the Fox move, deadline approaching. What's coming up? Is there something coming up? Deals to come and more. We'll get to that next.
Breaking Sacramento Kings news. De'Aaron Fox has reportedly been traded to the San Antonio Spurs in a 3-team deal that lands Sacramento, Zach LaVine, and 3 first-round picks. Stay up to date on SacktownSports.com at 11:40 a.m.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends over at Jiffy Lube, and they want to show some customer love this month with their February oil change deals you can find online today. Visit jiffylube.com and find a service center near you to see these sweetheart deals. Get it? During the month of February. Here's what you do. Drive into savings at jiffylube.com today and let yourself save in the month of February. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time.
And skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Wish there was a game tonight.
I know, but we got back-to-back coming up.
I wish I wish tomorrow was today. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I will be up in Portland for that game.
Are you going to go?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, we might have to talk about that later.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you send me a request?
Yes.
All right. Remind me on that, would you?
Okay.
I got a bunch of, I don't know why this like request season or something. I had a PBR request last week. When did I become ticket guy? Mm-hmm. I don't mind. I'm happy to help you. I'm just saying. I'm talking about
I wasn't worried about it.
No. I'm happy to help you. By the way, let me just make a note to everybody because I keep seeing these texts. Guys, it takes a while. There's a lot. I'm going to stand in front of Chris and our other. We're working on getting the Fox stuff taken out of the rotation. Not that that's necessary, but a lot of people are saying, "Hey, you went to break and it's the Fox thing or the Fox highlight." It takes a second. The trade's not even cold yet. It's still warm. So anyway, there will be more moves. I can almost guarantee that. And if there aren't any moves for the Sacramento Kings, it sure as heck would be a surprise to the franchise. I'm talking about the Kings. Their every intention is to from what I understand, they have some things on the table, some plates spinning. And I know, and by the way, and I'm aware, we've heard stuff like this before, but there's just too much, as we've been explaining, laid out there when it comes to trade exceptions and roster spots being open and draft picks now that, again, that first rounder from Charlotte will be 2 seconds next year. So as of right now, it's a first. You can use it as a first. You can trade it as a first, which is a Stepien rule thing, since the Kings technically have they have an encumbered draft pick this year with the Kevin Huerter deal, and that will close out that Huerter deal, having to give up a first-round pick for a guy no longer even on your team. That happens. But the deadline is approaching, and Jason, in a perfect world, we're sitting here a minute after the deadline ends. What have the Kings done in a realistic, perfect world?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think they need to address a couple of things. Probably first and foremost, I mean, really, it feels like depth. I don't know that they need a starter.
Yeah.
They would take, I mean, obviously, if you're making a trade for a starter, you've done something a lot more significant than just adding pieces. So I would say perfect world for me, I would want to see this team probably have in maybe this order, address wing depth, front court depth, and I still think they could use another point guard now. Like his back, that would be a definite backup. But that's not wouldn't be the top priority. But I think they need to look at that.
Let me ask you about point guard, and I'm not pushing back. I just want to talk it out, because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, Malik's not necessarily. I mean, we say he's not a natural point guard, but I mean, what does that mean? He's going to be the point guard.
Yeah.
He's passing the ball and getting assist numbers. I mean, I don't know what that means. He's good with the ball and he's able to distribute, and obviously he can score. But then you also have Keon Ellis, who can play point guard. Mm-hmm. You have Devin Carter, who I think they really think might be their guard of the future. And then on top of that, you have the second most point guardiest center in the league in Domantas Sabonis. Plus, by the way, DeRozan can bring the ball up. Keegan can bring the ball up. So when you say you think one of their needs could be a traditional point guard, why?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got an answer there. I think that it's almost, let's look at it as insurance. So Malik's going to miss 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
How do you think they function? Keon can do it. Carter can do it. I think there's a drop-off.
Sure.
And it's not, what Keon does is great for the team. Mm-hmm. But that's it's now all of a sudden different. Oh man, Fox is out. Okay, for 2 weeks. Well, you got Malik, you got other things. But now it's Fox and McLaughlin aren't even around. McLaughlin, I think that's his position. He could have run the point in a pinch. So I just don't think they have that fully addressed. Okay. Again, it would probably be my third priority for the team. So if you're adding that, I don't think that hurts them. You could always use more ball handlers. I think if we look at what they've done traditionally, they're going to look for shooting. That's what this team seemingly.
True.
If they're weighing two players and one's a better shooter, they're going to lean towards that. And I wasn't always first on, hey, they need a rim protector back. Like the way they've existed, I think Sabonis, then they'd go to Lyles first, and then maybe even other people to play the front court. But I also then go back to the insurance. Like if Sabonis were to miss 2 weeks, I think this team is cooked.
Yeah,
for those 2
that
weeks.
Is 100%. That's the one they can't. That can't happen.
So now I'm back to Valanciunas is not Sabonis, but he's pretty good, and so I like that safety net for multiple reasons. Someone like that, where you go, he could step right in and be close to that level.
Trade deadline season is always fun because every year, inevitably, there's a handful of players that just go insane before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And you can target those and go, on the surface, you don't notice, but if you look a little deeper, you go, they're not happy there. They're trying to showcase themselves and show what they could do if they were anywhere else. And I don't know that there's a bigger, better example of that than what DeAndre Ayton's doing right now in Portland.
Monster game last night.
Holy crap. Jason, for the month of January, he was averaging 13.4 points, 10.4 rebounds. Here's the caveat there. His last 5 games in January, 14, 15, 22, 21, and 22, with rebound totals of 7, 13, 15, 14, and 8. Now, in just 2 games in the month of February, he's averaging 25 points, 13 and a half boards on 60% shooting, 82 from the line with a block a game. Really, when you look at it, over his last 7 games, the guy is playing like everybody thinks he can play. Problem is, DeAndre Ayton's making $35 million a year and seems to be easily thrown off his game. It's one of those ultimate, we'll take him, but you're getting pennies on the dollar for his talent, and we just have to hope he comes into a situation in a system where his talents are maximized.
Yeah. What would be your perfect world for the Kings?
I think for me, first and foremost, they've got to get no offense to Alex, you need a quality Sabonis backup. And so for me, again, we're talking realistic. That's Jonas Valanciunas. We've been saying that for a month. Now, if he could stay healthy, I mean, I don't have a problem with Robert Williams. He seems to be available from Portland. Wouldn't be Nurkic would be great. I got to see what the money is.
Rashawn.
I not as attractive, personally attractive to me. That sounds weird. Love him, love his family. Mm-hmm. So emotionally, I would love that move. And by the way, I think he'd be an upgrade. I think if you're able to. Why would I get Rashawn Holmes when I could get Jonas Valanciunas? Right. Unless they're also getting a wing that they can build on, and salary issues. They go, well, we would have liked to have that guy Jonas, but Jonas makes 10, 11 million a year, so we went with Rashawn, who's making like $1.75. Mm-hmm. We can fit him in. The second for me would be same as you, wing depth, and you can flip flop those if you will. The other issue is this: like a lot of people, oh, what if we got Zach Collins or John Collins? What if we got Cam Johnson? Those are the two most talked about.
Right.
Let's look at that for a second. It's what we talked about earlier. Who are you sitting? Are they coming off the bench?
Right.
You're not bringing Cam Johnson off the bench with whatever you're going to give up for him. You can't bring him off the bench. I don't think you can bring him off the bench. But then you go through and it's like, how are we having such a difficult time talking about who's going to the bench on a 500 team? But again, run through it. You're gonna trade away De'Aaron Fox, his best friend on the team, after Malik Monk. Every time you read about Malik Monk on national media, 9 out of 10 times it's about how he's on one of the top 5 best contracts in the entire league. So you're gonna do all that to him, and now you're back to 6th man. Because if you were going to do that, then I would have already done that and had Keon Ellis starting at point guard. Okay, are you putting Zach LaVine on the bench? No. Are you putting DeMar DeRozan on the bench? Probably not. Are you putting Keegan Murray, your best positional defender, on the bench? Numbers-wise, he would make the most sense when you're not factoring in the fact that you've got to have a defender on the floor. And Sabonis, LOL. Like, you're not benching Sabonis. Which is why I go back to, for me, one thing that makes a lot of sense is moving DeRozan. And this isn't anything. Look at what he did last night. But if you were to bring in, and this would be only in a situation where you were able to bring in a Cam Johnson, a high level 3-4, a starting level 3-4. The guy that makes the most sense to me that you would pull out of that starting lineup and this team would remain as good, if not better, would probably be DeRozan, because I can't bench Sabonis. I can't bench Keegan's defense. I can't bench Monk, and I'm not benching LaVine.
Yeah, it would just make me wonder, are they better? Like, let's just pretend that was a deal. Like, are they better for that? I don't know the answer to that.
Well, let me ask you this.
Maybe contractually, maybe things like that.
I think that's part of it.
Youth.
But also, if you were to go, okay, let's look at Cam Johnson. Okay. If you were to go, if I was to give you a starting lineup of Monk, LaVine, Cam Johnson, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis, do you think that's a better starting 5 than the same yet with DeRozan?
I don't.
What about same thing, but now you move Keegan back to what I believe is his natural position at 3. So you got a backcourt of Monk and LaVine, Keegan at the 3, Collins at the 4, Sabonis at the 5.
That has a chance to be, I think, because that's actually different to me. I mean, DeRozan is a professional scorer.
100%.
Johnson's probably a better shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, DeRozan, right. I don't know that he'll be an all-star again, but I mean, he's
and I think
the 6-time all. I don't think Cam will ever. I just don't. I think he's good though. I mean, I'm not
older than a lot of people think. Also, Cam's probably better defensively, but I don't think enough to really shake the needle, move the needle.
Like, to me, I think he would be a really good 6-man, Cam Johnson.
I would love to have this problem where we just have, oh my God, who do we start? Who
I mean, Cam Johnson's been a bench guy until he kind of got to Brooklyn.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like, I'm fine with that because our bench right now is terrible.
Yeah.
It would be, let's have that conversation
right.
because we don't have a bench. We'll take a break. When we come back, Life Without Fox begins and began last night in Minnesota. Speaking of DeMar DeRozan, had a big night. We'll update you on Zach LaVine's debut before we get to Sean Salsbury at 8:13 right here on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN+. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are created equal and every detail matters. Check out the new Napoleon Prestige and Rogue models and see the difference a Napoleon makes. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel, boasting absolute quality. Napoleon knows that the smallest details add up to make a big difference when curating your perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from a good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Man, I really ticked off Spurs fans yesterday. One of their, I told you this earlier, one of their...
Imagine getting De'Aaron Fox not losing anybody and then being mad at someone because, oh, they don't believe what I believe.
That's exactly it. It's like one of their guys tweeted out, like, what do you say here? 950 days. That's how long the Spurs rebuild took. Some teams take decades. San Antonio took less than 3 years. Never skipped steps, never got impatient, never blinked at outside noise. And I said, yeah, also you won the lottery and got a generational draft pick out of it who's insane. And this is word for word what I said. Credit where credit is due. But let's see how that amazing rebuild would be going with Scoot Henderson or Brandon Miller before we all start showering together.
Perfectly said. This is a rebuild about Wembanyama.
Right. And good for them is the point. Like, I'm happy for you. I wish we had that luck.
Right.
I wish you had a 14% chance split with two other teams to get Victor Wembanyama, and you won.
Yeah. And
do you think Fox would be leaving if Wembanyama was
no,
here?
If it was Scoot or Brandon, no.
He didn't want to go to Portland or Charlotte.
Now, that doesn't mean that does not mean they don't deserve credit for picking Stephon Castle and bringing in Chris Paul to tutor everybody and Keldon John, this and that. Good for you and getting Fox, but why is it? I would love to be in a situation where I had somebody on Houston Rockets Twitter say, yeah, well, you got lucky with that number one pick you won in that generational superstar. And I'd be like, yes, thank God.
Yeah.
We deserve it. We need the luck. You've gotten the most draft luck in NBA history. It's not close. Enjoy it.
Not close.
Not even close.
Like all of your championships based off of
all
number
of
one
them.
picks.
Jason Ross.
I'd like to submit an entry.
Yes.
Someone that's close.
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers got LeBron James,
Kyrie Irving,
and Anthony Bennett.
Wiggins.
That
they flipped.
They flipped for.
But that's close. I mean, that's close.
Why am I tripping?
That is close.
Who are they?
Kevin Love.
Thank you, Kevin Love.
That's close.
Okay?
It's not the same.
I'm
It's
not
close.
trying to be the guy. Well, I think LeBron LeBron's the most luck. Well, maybe Victor is, but LeBron's like the best. Is LeBron better than Tim Duncan and David Robinson? I think he is.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So I think LeBron helps there a lot. Kyrie's obviously that's 2 Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is the Spurs have 3 generational Hall of Famers, 2 of which, and by the way,
2 we know. Victor's track. Well,
he's
would track, right?
Very much tracking, but yeah. Here's the scary part. It is absolutely not out of the ballpark that the San Antonio Spurs could get the number 1 pick in this year's draft and get Cooper Flag.
Yeah, because don't they also have
Atlanta's?
Yeah.
Yes. And their own.
Yeah.
Can I get that one for 5?
I saw a thank you. You missed yesterday. Trust me. And by the way, that's in order to get that for now. The argument against my argument is, Dave, you do kind of make your own luck though. Like, yes, if you win blackjack, if you win a huge hand of blackjack, yes, there's luck involved. But you're not winning anything if you don't put your chips on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spurs got their chips off of tanking, losing, retaining their Hall of Fame coach during the whole process, and putting themselves in that position. So that's an argument for rebuilds, by the way, is you put yourself in that spot. But even if you put yourself in the spot where you're the worst team in the NBA and you have everything going for you, this isn't the NFL. It's still a 1.5 out of 10 chance that you'll get the number 1 pick, even if you go 1 in 81. You still have the best odds are a 14% chance.
Yeah.
Good for them for having the Atlanta pick. Good for them for making all these moves. That full credit. That's not luck. But when you have a star in De'Aaron Fox, whose camp is pushing for him to go to, you are one of 30 teams, well, I guess 29, not counting the Kings, that he has decided he wants to go to. When was the last time that happened with Sacramento? When was the last time there was players like, I'm only going to Sacramento?
Yeah.
The next time will be the first time. There's a reason for that. You do create your own luck, but god dang.
Off by a year. What if they won it this last year? Who was it? Sar or Richaché?
What if they won that then? I mean, how's that rebuild going?
It could be fine players.
Don't think Fox
right now.
Yeah, exactly. And Wembanyama's in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Or Portland.
Right.
You want to talk about, I wouldn't say bad lottery luck, but Portland's had some rough.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that luck though on their own.
Yeah.
When they they decided to go with that Sam Bowie guy.
Yeah.
Ahead of
Greg Oden.
Yeah, Greg Oden. Ahead of Durant and the other guy that's on all the shoes.
Yeah.
With the
Mike Jordan.
Mike. I think it's
Mikhail.
It's Matt Jordan.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, dude. Know your basketball history.
Yep. Good point.
Last night, life began without De'Aaron Fox for realsies. Very impressive performance against Minnesota and Jason DeMar DeRozan.
Woo!
Yeah, dude. He knows how to score.
Yeah, so now the way the team is constructed, look, Zach LaVine's going to come in and do his thing. Those two guys have played together. But a lot of times, Fox was fourth quarter. He was clutch. DeRozan's been that too. It was kind of his time to do that. And I think his ability to create his own shot, get to his spots, make his shots last night, that was nice to see. And maybe it's not a – they're going to be different without Fox, and there's some more shot opportunities. I think the number of shots, let me look at that. The shot attempts for Monk and DeRozan really pretty high yesterday.
Combined 40. They were combined 24 of 48, which, by the way, I'll take that. That's 50% out of those two guys. You're going to win more games than you lose if they do that.
Yeah, and then I thought Keegan set a terrific tone at the beginning. I mean, he came right out of the game. It was like, I'm attacking, and
did he have 17 in the first?
Yeah, what did he end with, 19?
19.
Yeah.
Which,
but
we've seen that a little bit. We saw that with Domas in the loss on the road trip. I forget which game it was, but where he started out gangbusters. There was just nothing out of him in the second half.
Yeah, and then what was different too about yesterday was the Thunder game was so bad, but their first bench points, I think, came with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Last night, bench didn't score a ton, but there was a different. I don't think they have to score a ton. I love Trey's stat line.
5, 8, and 3 with 2 steals, 2 blocks, 0 turnovers. I'll take that any day of the week.
But he had an impact.
Yes.
What a trade! 5 points. It was just the way he played. I
don't care if he had 0 points.
Right.
I'll take the rest.
Totally agree.
8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, no turnovers in 23 minutes.
Yeah. Sometimes the bench comes in, you're like, oh wait, he played 12 minutes. Like I didn't remember anything. And so I thought they just had more of a pulse to the game. And again, just. I loved what DeRozan did. That was a phenomenal performance.
Also, Anthony Edwards, 7 of 21. Thought that might have something to do with our backcourt too. A little bit.
Yep.
1-800-920-1140 for you. Dwayne, you're on with Jason Ross and Carmichael Dave. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Those San Antonio people are a trip right now, man. They should just be, doing it professionally and knowing that they did good, but they got to pop off. So that's just more reason for Sacramento to get tough, man. It's time to not be so nice. Now, I want to say something about the balance. The roster's still in balance. So with LaVine coming in, there's going to be one guy out. There's always one guy out, and it's usually Keegan Murray. He's the guy that's not going to get the shots. So we still got to balance the roster. So I hope they make another trade. He got 48 hours. Now, also, I really think it's a shame that it seems to be that Rich Paul is calling shots in the NBA. How can that be? He called the Bronny thing. He made that happen. And he basically forced Sacramento to put Fox where he wanted to go when Sacramento is the employer. So I just want to know what you think, fellas.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Dwayne. A couple good questions in there. Look, agents having that power is a thing.
It's been that for a while.
It
might be worse, but it's been that for a while.
It has. And we've talked about that. Look, there's an underbelly that we often will touch on. It's one of my favorite topics, to be honest with you, in the NBA. That is a little bit ugly. It's the power that your top media guys have in being able to shape narratives and be a de facto PR system for a lot of these teams in exchange for scoops. There's a reason why, all respect in the world, Jason Anderson of the B doesn't break a lot of stories. Or anyone else here locally. Now, you're going to have times, whether it's us, whether it's the other guys, whomever it may be, including this time, where you're going to have people breaking stories that find a good source and go. And that's great. We've done it. They've done it. It's awesome. I wish it was like that all the time. I had somebody say to me the other day, hey, one of your competitors was breaking a lot of news when it came to the fight. Like, how do you feel about that? I swear to God, I would rather it be like that. I would rather somebody hustling locally that picks up a source is able to break news here than have it all go to Shams Charania or somebody nationally. I can assure you that is going to go away, because here's what happens. The national media guys get pissed and they say, what are you doing? Who's your leak? Find the leak. Stop the leak. Because if you don't, you have nothing to leverage with me the next time I want to write this thing or say this thing. Why should I help you in any way when you're not helping me and you're making me get beat by these local guys? It's like a mob thing or something where they wield this weird power. I'm talking about, and I'm not saying Shams is evil. I do the same thing.
Sure.
But it's the process that allows that. Now, when it comes to the agents, it's the same thing. Now, can Adam Silver step in and say, hey, look, there'd be an easy stop to it, would be the same rule they have on players. No, dude, that's collusion and that's interference, and that's going to cost you. We're going to fine you. You want to keep your agent's license and work in here? Don't you dare poison the well. We have the right to trade this guy. This team has the right to trade this guy wherever the hell they want to trade him to. And if you're stepping in and you're poisoning the well and you're taking away leverage, that's big money. Let's be very clear about this. Whether you like this trade or not that the Kings got for De'Aaron Fox, it's not as good of a trade as they could have gotten. And if you believe that, I got something to sell you. Had this been on the open market, had there been absolutely no issues with re-signing, or if everybody had the same, De'Aaron was like, yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We'll re-sign with whoever. Yeah, no problem. They're getting a better deal. They got a worse deal because of the negotiation process involving Rich Paul. That's just a fact. If the owners who Adam Silver works for want to step up and say, guys, we're investing hundreds of millions of dollars in these guys. This has real impact on our franchise valuations and our future. We can't have these guys on the outside doing this. And by the way, it's not all of them. It's only the most powerful of them, the Jeff Goodmans of the world, the Rich Pauls. They can put a stop to it. But as of right now, hey, what happened here? You got De'Aaron Fox with your generational future guy that's going to take the mantle when LeBron leaves, and you got Luka Doncic in Los Angeles. Why is the NBA? What is the NBA? The NBA is happier to have De'Aaron Fox in San Antonio than in Sacramento.
And everybody's talking about it on Super Bowl week.
100,000% correct. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sean Salsbury joins us. We'll talk NFL and specifically the Super Bowl. We'll do it next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. We always say we never have enough time with Sean Salsbury, so no screwing around. Dave, joining us right now. It is Sean Salsbury. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great. Well, we're not Mavericks fans. I know you're Houston, but are any of those protests and everything coming out of Dallas hitting your area?
No, because people here, the Dallas and Houston, they're ecstatic when the Cowboys or the Mavericks or the Rangers do something stupid. So, yeah, there's more buzz about the Luka Doncic trade for Anthony Davis than there is about the good Rockets team that's kicking ass. So, yeah, I'm kidding, obviously, but, through the state of Texas, people are shaking their head at, I know one probably needs to mix in a salad every now and again, but he's a great scorer. And I know the other one pulled his hamstring when they actually told him about the trade. But that being said, when they're both on the court, they're damn good players. I just was shocked at the lack of assets that the Mavericks got back, and people in this town absolutely love it when any of those towns, whenever that happens to somebody in Dallas. I'm different because I lived in Dallas for over a decade and love it, but it's fun to watch. That's for damn sure.
That was an elite tweet, by the way, Sean, on AD pulling that hamstring.
Thanks.
I love that one. I just love different markets, too. Look, you're in Houston. You do a show there. We're here in Sacramento, where obviously you have a lot of we're a basketball-heavy town that still likes football. What's dominating kind of the early part of this week? More Super Bowl talk for you, or more of this NBA circus that has happened?
You know what's great? The major, obviously, talk about the NBA. Thinking type of stuff. But in truth, the Chiefs and Eagles talk is really third or fourth on the list. Hell, Alex Bregman talked because of Boris and him. Everybody thought he'd be gone or here earlier, and Heck, we're now into February, and he still doesn't have a home, which is a bit shocking. So because he was one of the original guys when this World Series run started to happen. But even more than the Super Bowl is the referee, that talk that goes on, the referees and getting the calls. It's almost kind of diminished just how good the Chiefs are. But we're making a lot of talk. But as far as feedback, there's very few people that want to talk Super Bowl this week. And I'm sure that's natural when your teams aren't in it. But the thing that's dominated football talk here is getting Nick Caley from the Rams as another offensive coordinator. They finally found their guy, they think, even though he's inexperienced calling plays, and he comes from that Shanahan, Sean McVay system. But the talk today, most of all, has been more local-related Texans and what they're going to do to upgrade their team, more so than any of the Super Bowl talk, which we're trying to keep at the forefront.
Sean, are people sleeping on the Eagles, or is it more that the Chiefs are just so damn inevitable?
I think it's a combination of both. I think that it's that if they have the ball last, meaning the Chiefs, it's inevitable that they're going to find a way to get it done because Andy plays big in these games. They know how to win games. They are always close. They give themselves a chance. They're the best situational team on the planet, and right now, the best winning franchise in sports and pro sports. That's how good they are right now. But I do think now. I think on the national media, maybe the fatigue is saying, and people are going to pick the Eagles on sheer fatigue alone. They just are. But yet, I try to step back and say fatigue. It's the villain. You guys saw that with Golden State, obviously, and we see it a lot of times. They become this upstart team, and then when they start dominating, everybody can't stand them. They become the villain, and the guys, the same reason we love them, and now we don't like them, and that's what the Kansas City Chiefs. Great head coach, great guy. The quarterback's a good dude, and they win. So when you win, we're looking for another reason. So I think that's why the most of the country is, I'm picking Philly because I don't want it. It's not necessarily breaking down the true X's and O's of why the Kansas City Chiefs are the greatest situational team. And then there's the old, the elephant in the room over the extra treatment that is perceived that they're getting, and in some cases it's not perceived by some. So, but I do think it's an underrated Philadelphia team for a team that dismantled Washington, has played good football, came back from disappointment, and early in the season, Nick Sirianni arguing with fans that is he going to get fired, and now look at him. Hurts played great 2 weeks ago. They got the best. Well, I can argue he's been the best football player in the league this year, even though he's not going to win the MVP. He will win Offensive Player of the Year. All those things. Philadelphia, this is a game that Philadelphia can definitely win because if the Chiefs play ugly and kind of flounder around, they're able to kill the clock, meaning wear you out with Saquon Barkley catching it and running it. And I think two of the things that are really overlooked, you get two Hall of Fame style defensive coordinators if we put assistant coaches in Fangio and Steve Spagnuolo. And Spagnuolo's best big game coordinator, one of the 3 or 4 best of all time. And so here we are. And their challenge is how do you stop the Chiefs from doing those little things on 3rd and 4 to get 5 yards and then to take Mahomes somewhat out of his game, yet when you do, he still finds ways. And then for Spagnuolo, how are you going to stop Saquon Barkley? Or is it he'll get his like Michael Jordan? You just can't let Hurts go 18 of 21 or A.J. Brown to catch 3 touchdowns. That'll be the challenge, and both of them are faced with a huge one. And I do think Philadelphia on the national scope is probably getting more love, meaning prediction-wise or betting-wise because of the fatigue. But I'm not sure they're buying into the X's and O's yet. I would because this is a really good football team.
Sean, as you described the Chiefs, I'm thinking, look, there's teams that are elite offensively or elite defensively. But as you talk about them being so good situationally, man, that's got to be one of the best superpowers in the league. How do the Chiefs combat a team that's the Eagles combat a team that's so good in those situations you're talking about?
If there's a way to one of two, first off, I'm still begging for somebody to, at the line of scrimmage, take Kelsey off his mark, meaning don't let him get a free release where 8 yards down the field is when you finally engage him. I know you can't hold him past 5, but you get my point. You got to make the rhythm of it go away. You saw what the Texans did. They allowed him to operate in space, and 130 yards or whatever later, he's dominating the game. and they're really not star-powered on offense. Worthy's a good player. Hopkins has been a great player. They just beat you with simple stuff, even though they make it look complex, little bubble screen here, getting it to Kelsey on 3rd and 5, Mahomes off schedule. In truth, their offense has been – they've picked it up late in the season in the playoffs, but they haven't been pretty much all year long. But the situational part, if it's 3rd and 4, they're getting a first down. If it's 4th and 1, they call the right play. If they need to get off the field on a corner blitz that you don't see from the wide receiver position on the last game against Buffalo, they do something every game that allows them to be successful. So it's a great challenge. You know, you'd say put Mahomes on his back, but when the guy's falling down, he makes throws. I think the whole key is to make it 3rd and long to where you can pressure them, force a hot read, tackle, and still get them to punt if they'll do that on 4th and 4 at their own 40. I think that's a great challenge, and until somebody knocks out the champ, you got to say, man, can they? The truth of the matter is the superstar on the Kansas City Chiefs is their defense and Spagnuolo. Yet in situations, there's no team on the planet better than the Kansas City Chiefs offense. So they are really good at not caring how they do it as long as it gets done. And for my money, the best coach in the NFL resides right. And Mike Tomlin's really good, but Andy Reid's the best coach, and it helps to have the best player. And, you know, most of all, the last 5 or 8 years, whatever, 6 years or 7 years from Mahomes. Hell, it's probably been longer than that. But you got that guy, and you could kind of turn him loose. But Andy Reid's brilliant with the plays. He never gets overly emotional, and he's an in-game adjuster that other people just don't understand. He's the best in the world at it right now.
Sean, I want to go back to what you said, and you were, of course, correct that, you know, we can talk all we want about Pat Mahomes, but it's going to be Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen winning the MVP with Saquon Barkley 3rd. Mahomes might finish 4th. But let me ask you this. Take contract, take age, take every single thing into account. Is Patrick Mahomes the one player in the NFL that no one would – is Patrick Mahomes still, in your mind, the most untouchable player in the NFL? Is there any other player that if somebody called up the Chiefs and said, hey, we'll give you Josh Allen, we'll give you Lamar Jackson, it doesn't matter who it is, don't the Chiefs hang up on every single offer, or is there somebody out there?
Yeah, he's the biggest sacred cow in the league is what you're asking.
Yeah.
Hey, put it this way. I'm a guy, if I'm a GM, I answer every phone call because I listen. I know I'm going to go where you're saying. I know where you're going. Yeah. I'm at least listening to every damn thing you got. That's my responsibility as a front office. I'm always looking to improve my team, and then my players need to know that I'm always looking for somebody better than you. Now the key is, can you find it? And the player's job is to make sure that you never find anybody better than him. Yes, he's the biggest sacred cow in the league because he wins. He's a good dude. He makes players better, and he can put up big numbers and beat you that way. Or this year, he can find a way to go throw for 175 yards and still beat you. That's the sign of winning under any circumstance. So, yes, there's not a player in the league that you would call player for player. Not Lamar, not Josh Allen, not Joe Burrow. All of them now, they fall in the sacred category. They're all probably saying the same thing. I'm not trading yet. If Mahomes called Cincinnati, even as good as Burrow is, they probably said, well, let me listen. What do you got for us? Andy's not listening. The front office isn't listening. He is the top dog, biggest face on the Mount Rushmore, untouchable player in the league. And let me make one point. The MVP voting, in my opinion, is going to go Allen close over Jackson, even though you could give it to Jackson. I just think they're going to vote Allen in. Jackson 2nd, Barkley 3rd, and he'll win Offensive Player of the Year. Burrow's going to finish 4th in my mind, and Goff 5th. Here's Mahomes, the biggest sacred cow in the league, once again posting 15 wins, and his numbers weren't as gaudy, yet when the game is on the line, 15's the one guy you want with the ball, and he's not going to sniff the MVP award this year, but still the biggest sacred cow we got.
Last thing, we're out of time. Sean, got to get a prediction for you. Chiefs, Eagles, Super Bowl, who you got?
Well, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm going, how about 31-30 Chiefs?
Woo!
And they win it. They're down 30-28, and they just happen to give Mahomes a minute 25 left and Andy Reid, and they win on a walk-off field goal. How's that?
You know what's funny about that, Sean, is that I think if people were listening at first, they'd be like, "Geez, Sean, that's that's like a Hollywood movie. Like, good luck in that happening. But if you've watched all the Chiefs Super Bowls, I hate to say it, but weirdly, Sean, that's almost not a gutsy pick on your part. And I mean that with all love, because that's what the hell they do.
True. No, it's as basic a pick as it's as obvious a pick as there is. Because, and not only in big games like Super Bowl, all year long. Oh, we need a kick. Yeah, kick it.
Right.
Oh, we need a block kick, or you to miss a kick. It's happened all year. So what in the hell would make it any difference for them to go win their third in a row for the first time ever and to do it in dramatic fashion? I don't believe we're going to get boredom out of this. I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see if Jalen Hurts, if it gets into a throwing contest, if Jalen Hurts can stay and steady their team. I just don't see how I don't see how Barkley doesn't at least get his. Kind of like Mahomes. It'll be a game I think it's a last possession game, but you're right. That's not exactly going out on a limb with the way the Chiefs have done it.
Amen, brother. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Can't wait to recap it with you next week. Take care.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Sean Salsbury will take a break. Hey, let's double up on some football, shall we? Since we haven't talked it all week long. We'll get back into Kings, Fox, well, mostly LaVine. Jason, not that we're done with the Fox thing.
Yeah.
Have we hit the point, I feel now, where we can start a shift towards the future of the Kings?
Yeah, we need to. And LaVine debuts tomorrow.
I mean, we've got a new sponsor now for the De'Aaron Fox scoreboard that will be running each and every day, keeping track of his games and their wins and all that on your home of the Spurs. But I think we should move forward, too.
Okay, we will.
We'll take a break. We'll do that 4 Down territory as well next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh, my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Tom's Watch Mart has the best happy hour in Sacramento, starting with $5 specials all day, every day. Plus select $7 appetizers and $12 entrees with 360-degree viewing and game day vibes that match being at the game. Tom's Watch Mart is the ultimate game day experience for sports fans.
The PGA club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
The Big O Tires President's Day sale is here. Enjoy historic savings with buy 3, get 1 free on our exclusive Big O branded tires. And every set is backed by our ProTech warranty. Installation required. Disposal fees extra. Not good with other offers. See Big O dealer for details. Valid through February 17th.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
It is yucky out there.
Yeah, it is.
Many of you are driving in right now or about to drive in. Please be careful.
Yeah.
I got a tweet yesterday.
And you know what? Maybe call in sick. Maybe stay home.
Sure. You could do that. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. Chris, you want to share with everybody your trade idea or no?
Sure.
Go ahead.
This is just a dream scenario because you brought up
Jimmy Butler
to the Kings.
Yes.
Like it can work.
Yeah.
And I said, because of all the rumors we've been hearing, Jimmy Butler to the Suns, Kevin Durant to the Warriors, and then Jaime Jaquez and Devin Booker to the Kings.
Wait, who are the Kings giving up?
Whoever was for the Butler deal.
Oh, that'd be like DeRozan and something in a pick. For any reason why you want Booker and Jaquez on this team?
I would like all the Mexicans on Sacramento.
Gotcha.
Hey, I feel a little better because LaVine's here. We got a Bruin. We already had a Trojan there, and we had two with McLaughlin and DeRozan.
Why am I tripping? I have basic Spanish. What is king in Spanish?
Ray.
What?
Did you know Malik is king?
King in Arabic. I did not know that. What is LaVine? I don't know. The Sacramento Kings. Is that what we do? Is that what we would do?
Oh, I'd love it.
Sacramento.
I mean, it's already Spanish, so.
Sacramento?
Yeah.
No, it's
Aren't
not.
people doing Sacramento?
Sacramento. Yeah. Sacramento LaBeams. Yeah. I was just going to go to Mitch. Mitch tweeted me yesterday, and he said, have I been banned? I'm like, what are you talking about? Mitch. You're not banned. Ban would be,
not allowed on.
And then I just
go to him.
You literally saw my hand go over to the phone. He was there.
Yeah, I thought you shot an air ball. I'm like, there's nothing there at this moment.
Come on, Mitch. Well, if you use, for example, Sabonis and Halliburton in this thing, I'm going to ask as a 10. What is the LaVine Fox comparison is going to be over the next couple of years?
What do you mean? The 10 being that we constantly reference that for a good couple of years?
Yes.
I think the difference is his contract was coming up as opposed to
who, Sabonis's?
No, Fox's.
Compared
to Halliburton, and also he's got just an insane player to play alongside.
Yeah, and they're also there's a third team that makes it trickier. Like if Fox went to the Bulls,
right?
Then it's just.
But our main outgo, I mean, no offense to Jordan McLaughlin and Kevin Huerter, but it's Fox, and our main income here is LaVine.
Yeah, but it's Fox is not going to the team LaVine was like. Halliburton went to the team Sabonis was on.
Yeah.
Sabonis came to the team that Halliburton was on.
Yeah,
that's an easier comp, even though they played different positions.
Sure.
Now you're to Chris's point. I mean, he's joining Wembanyama. I would assume they do pretty well.
Yeah,
and I think the Kings will continue to do kind of what they're doing with LaVine, but. I mean, are you just talking about literally? I think there will be nights though, where I'll do it in a negative way. LaVine has 17, and that's fine. And Fox, man, you see Fox at 31-9,
right?
And the Spurs beat the Celtics.
They're the 3 seed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's like a real thing though. I hope the Kings do well and win a championship. I really truly do. Somebody asked me yesterday, "I'll $250,000 bag here for you." Same old bet. Said, hey, who do you think is going to win a playoff series first, the Kings or the Spurs? I said
playoff series.
I said the Spurs
first. Okay,
I think the Spurs will.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got to get ourselves emotionally ready. There's a chance these two could play in a play-in game.
That's right. And Kings,
this year,
and Kings fans need to get emotionally ready for that. It's not a guarantee, but there's a very real chance that De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama are going to win a NBA Finals in the next 5 years. That's not. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Right, there's a chance.
I'm saying there is. When you look at the top of the pops in the Western Conference, you got OKC, which is those are the young guns. But Jokic ain't getting any older or younger. The Warriors ain't getting any younger. The Lakers aren't. Well, I mean, I guess they did technically get younger.
Yeah.
A lot younger. There's a lot of aging in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's why
there's also a chance that Fox has surgery on his finger, develops an infection, and loses it.
Wow.
That's a chance. There's a chance of that.
What?
That got dark. Yeah.
What? I mean,
and
there's
we
a
thought
chance
they
of
said you wanted to trade him.
Right. Dear Lord.
Wow.
Well, I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, would you feel better, or this is maybe a proverbial
Russ saying, I love your energy, Chris. Well done. Russ, go ahead.
To Kings fans, if the trade was in some way, shape, or form just to Chicago.
Yeah.
And you got LaVine in whatever,
right?
And Fox went there, and then you worry about them trading him to, like, would you feel better today? Because part of, I think, is he is in the West. He's with Wemby. They've got a shot to be pretty darn good. Whereas if the Bulls did that, then the Bulls did that. You didn't do that.
Yeah, I think because with
if you just dealt with Chicago.
Yeah, that's kind of the Halliburton Sabonis thing. I mean, like you said, straight across, and that was the big thing. And everything else, it's what, Indiana added Pascal Siakam and other things. And by the way, does Fox going to San Antonio mean that Indiana won the trade? Nobody's updated me on that yet. Mm-hmm. We haven't talked about LeBron's legacy either.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Do we change that now? Also, somebody let me know earlier that to let Chris know that LaVine means the vine in Spanish.
That's what I said, LaVine.
LaVine. Real quick. Hey, Mitch. Glad you called back. Good morning.
Hey, there he is.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Mitch, I didn't ban you. You weren't banned, and then, like I said, I went to you, and you hung up.
Well, I thought the phone hung up. I was doing something else, and I was hearing it ring, and then it stopped ringing. I didn't know.
What was the other thing you were doing? You said I was doing something else. What was the other thing you were doing?
Oh, I was just shaving.
Okay. Are you an electric or a regular razor guy?
Regular razor. Yeah. Those electric ones don't do anything.
Barbasol or Edge gel?
It's just 4, but Mac 3.
Okay. Oh, no, that's the razor. But what kind of shaving cream?
I don't use any shaving cream. Maybe I'll throw some water in my face.
Hold on. You're raw dogging a Mark III?
That's it.
Bro.
Mountain
Man. Not even like conditioner? Wow.
Nope.
Wow, you're a psycho, Mitch.
Tough.
Yeah, seriously, that's a catcher's mitt face
and
right
I'm retired too, so but I don't know. I just can't. I don't want white hair on my face.
I got you. Yeah.
I didn't like this trade. You gotta like what it was so called top secret to Luka and Anthony Davis. At least it was 1-for-1. But let's see what Monk, Zach, LaVine, Keegan, DeMar DeRozan, and
Sabonis.
Center. I was small center.
Alex Len.
The guy can do. The Marcus.
DeMarcus
Sabonis.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Sabonis. Yeah. I think he's had a chance for Hall of Fame like his father. Hey, let's just see what these guys got. But I know Thursday's the trade deadline.
Yeah.
It's kind of small, but like I said, Fox was your best player you ever drafted, and of course, and Luka is the best guy you passed up on, I think. And of course, you can't keep our guys past 7 years, which is not right. It's not fair to the fans.
I couldn't have said it better, Mitch. Thank you for the call. Anytime. We'll take a break. When we come back, wait, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Did I just skip that whole thing?
That's okay. 3 in the key.
Okay, 3 in the key. And who's hot, who's not?
Sure.
And all that stuff.
We'll punt 4 down to tomorrow. We've done it a lot lately.
I skipped all over 4 down territory.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
You want? Okay.
No, savesies tomorrow. Segment's done.
He hasn't shaved with shaving cream, dude. That threw me. We'll be right back.
He eats nails.
After this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Toyota's President's Day sales event is on. Now's the time to save big on a brand new Toyota truck. Right now, get a low lease and $1,000 bonus cash on Tacoma, or get $2,000 cash back or low financing on Tundra. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Get moving on these great deals. Don't miss Toyota's President's Day sales event. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 3/3/25.
Hey, Sacramento, it's time to party. Join us for the ultimate big game watch party at Mix Downtown, hosted by Sacktown Sports on Sunday, February 9th. Feast on Mix's all-you-can-eat taco and nacho bar and big game bites while watching the biggest football game of the year. Catch all the action on Mix's large projection screens and HD TVs. Doors open at 2 p.m. Kickoff is at 3. Mix Downtown, located at 16th and L Streets in Sacramento. It's 21 and over, so bring your crew and let's make it a game day to remember. For details, visit mixdowntown.net.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile brand. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
The good news? You finally lost the excess weight and found the body you knew was hiding underneath it all along. The better news? InShape Fitness is here to help you maintain your new look and, dare we say it, enjoy the process. InShape has everything you need to build muscle and help keep the weight off. From fitness classes and personal trainers to swimming pools and saunas. Plus, plenty of full-length mirrors to admire your new self along the way. We are InShape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, they are.
They beat the Suns 121-119 yesterday in overtime, and they are 8-1 in their last 9 games.
It's pretty good.
And they will be playing the Kings on Thursday night.
But Chris, you will be there.
I will be there.
Let's see how hot you guys are. Got a quick trivia question for you. Devin Booker, that's Chris Verlaud's guy, became the Phoenix Suns all-time scoring leader yesterday. He joins two.
Did you see his shoes?
No.
Fire.
He joins, were they as fire as these?
More so.
Wow. More fire.
He joins 2 other players currently playing for their teams who are also their franchise's all-time leading scorers. Who are they?
Wait, say that part again.
So, Devin, Suns all-time leading scorer. There are 3 players currently playing in the NBA that are the all-time leading scorer with the team they're on right now.
Giannis.
Giannis is one. Steph is the other. Well, guys, that's fantastic.
Teamwork.
And you both had separate guesses at the same time.
We went on living separate lives.
So great. But for now, we'll go on living separate lives. My favorite Phil Collins song. I know I'm in the minority.
Wow.
That's fine. Love it. What's the name of the girl that sang the duet with him?
Give me the initials.
I can't remember.
Oh.
I never can remember, dude.
Linda Ronstadt?
I can't ever remember. No, it was like Rando. I mean, no offense to her, but Rando. Rando Calrissian. Who's not?
Paolo Banchero.
Paolo Banchero.
In his last 3 games, shooting 3, he is 0 for 4, 0 for 6, 0 for 6.
Loves playing basketball in his underwear. Go ahead. Sorry.
Marilyn Martin.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wait, isn't that the? Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's not, and I don't even know why Shane.
Marley Matlin.
Thank you.
There, I knew where you're going.
Thank you, Marley Matlin.
No,
thank you very much. Who's not? The
Paolo Banchero.
Paolo Banchero is not hot.
He's 0 for 4, 0 for 6, 0 for 6 from 3. That's doing good for 3 playing the Kings.
Let's keep it going.
Don't say that.
What? Oh,
are we jinxing it? Or
no, I would like.
Is he jinxing?
Oh, he is jinxing it.
See, now
every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
I want to do this in between our next segment because there's no segue out of this. Somebody once told me, and to this day, and in fact, I think you and I had this conversation, unfortunately, recently, that you're never truly an adult while your parents are here. That has happened to Tiger Woods, as his mother, Coltida Woods, I believe, he announced on his Twitter account today, has passed away. We all saw the relationship he had with his dad through the years, and his dad passed a while back, and his mom had kind of, If you've read anything about Tiger, biography, anything about his upbringing, like his dad was the driving force in his life, in some cases maybe a little overbearing. His mom was the backbone. His mom was his complete foundation, emotionally, everything else. So that ain't easy. That's tough. And thoughts with
rumor has it she came up with the nickname Hefty.
Came up with the nickname Hefty?
For Phil Mickelson.
Is that true? I've actually seen her in a couple interviews. She's got a great sense of humor. She actually has a really good sense of humor. She will be missed. Thoughts with Tiger and his family. All right. Again, no segue out of that. So 3 in the key right now. How did we do? Last night, the Kings went on the road, salvaged the road trip with a win in Minnesota. It was great, and because they didn't have De'Aaron Fox either, and Anthony Edwards got shut down. Top of my head, dude. Not my best effort.
It started well.
I got hung up in the second verse, same as the first.
How would Marilyn Martin
Martin would have done that? I don't know.
She would have harmonized with you beautifully.
She was great on the West Wing too. She had she won that. Wasn't she in Children of the Lesser God? Not where she won the anyways, back to you. It's a great song though.
Yeah.
Great song. One of my favorite duets of all time. One of my favorite.
We'll have a duet bracket in the summer.
For me, that might be in the championship. Yeah, it might be in the Mount Rushmore.
They put both their heads on there?
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore would actually be 8 heads.
So they'd be talking?
It's talking about Mount Rushmore?
No, talking heads.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they would. Sorry, I thought we were doing a talking about callback. Yeah. Back to you.
All right, we added these predictions yesterday. We were looking for...
I'm sorry. Tiger Woods' nickname for Phil Mickelson were, quote, Hefty and the Fat Boy.
Not really that creative.
It works, though.
Yeah.
It did or did not come from his mother?
That's great. Did you verify that?
Yes, that was from his mother.
Which one, Fat Boy or Hefty?
Both.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Also, we learned today that...
I could see my grandma saying that, too, if I was a golfer.
Because grandmas don't care.
Yeah.
Grandmas don't care. It's like grandpas.
What else did we learn today?
That LaVine means the vine in Spanish.
Yes.
Back to you.
Everybody's caught up. We asked for who would be the Kings' leading scorer now that their leading scorer, De'Aaron Fox, was gone.
Uh-huh.
Dave, you said Malik Monk would score 26. I said DeMar DeRozan would lead him with 28.
I did.
Anthony, who was here yesterday for Chris, said Sabonis for 30.
By the way, we noticed yesterday that Anthony has a little bit of Hank Hill in his voice. You ever notice that before when he gets on the mic? Oh, yeah. Oh,
you said it, and then he goes, I've had that before.
Yeah, I've had that before. And then everybody on the text line's like, dude, yes, 100%. Anyways, how'd he do?
Well, DeRozan had 33. I said 28, so not bad.
I think you won.
Yay.
Good job, Jason Ross.
We asked who would get the last Kings points of the game. Dave, you said it would be Monk. I agreed with you. I said Monk. Anthony said Ellis. Well, Sabonis made the last 2 free throws.
Gotcha. Some people like my song from the 801, wherever that is. Songbird of a Generation over here. Thank you.
Songbird.
Some people call me the Songbird of a Generation.
Many have, or one has.
His name is Galco.
Hey, it's one of our friends in Salt Lake City.
801?
Maybe it's a big boss.
Hey.
Oh, John Bonneville. John Bonneville. Putting that to music. He's putting that to a guitar riff right now. Dave, your random stat was that Anthony Edwards would have 40 or more.
Yeah.
He had 21.
Yeah, well, I was halfway there, living on a prayer.
I said Keegan Murray would have 25 or more, and after the first quarter, I'm like, yes, genius. He had 19.
Uh-huh.
And then Anthony said Doug Christie would get his...
What do you guys think he's going to get a technical?
I don't know. He just gives us the snarl.
Yeah, that's becoming a thing. How has he not gotten a technical foul yet?
Well, I think I have prepared him for that part of his career.
He just yells at Chris.
I would needle him until he couldn't take it anymore.
You would get, yes.
But he would rarely lose it.
He did throw coffee at the glass.
He said that he threatened to throw coffee at the
I think
glass.
he did it.
He mentally did
I thought
it.
I was here for that.
I'm scared.
Oh, he might have won.
Yes, he did.
Unscreened phone call. Who's this?
Hey, my name is Eugene, and I called yesterday, and I wanted tickets for the Kings game. I just want to know if it was going to send to my email or...
It's sent to your email or otherwise. Chris, why don't you hop in here and...
How about I take him off the air?
You want to take him off the air? I personally want to do it on the air. Hey, hold on, Prowl. Hold on. What is
Hold on,
wrong?
Prowl.
This is medicine. Hold on, friend. We'll get right to you. I want to know what happened. We take customer service calls live on the air. That's fine.
Put it in the suggestion box.
Put it in the suggestion box.
Yes.
All right. We will. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back,
I need a long break.
We need a long break. Yeah. Need to wash my face here. Do something. 2-week long road trip. Almost. They are back. Where are we? What's going on? And all that fun stuff. And we got some post-game reaction coming up as well. Doug Christie, Keon Ellis. Ellis also will join us via the recorded thing from yesterday. We'll get to all that coming up in the final hour next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush. Makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I got you something. What's this? Just a little Galentine's gift from JTV. Do you mean jewelry television? I love their jewelry. They have the
New customers get $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
Yeah, their artisan collections. Gorgeous. Are you going to open your gift? Oh, yeah. It's the pearl bracelet.
New customers receive $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
Hey, Ma, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that Black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go? I did it. I got the job. I can't believe it. I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
You know, you wear something new. In this case, I'm wearing the training top from the soccer team. And man, just people just are mean. Say I look like a banana. How? How a banana? I'm a banana.
Creamsicle?
Creamsicle. The Orange Power Ranger. They don't like my thumb loops. You know, just you know, look like easy cheese in a can. Just so much mean.
Be better.
Going on. Just be better.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think the lighting really helps on YouTube. I think looking at it on the screen and in person, I think it looks better in person.
Yeah, that does look banana. I see why they see banana.
Yeah, it looks a little
I would say it's more of a creamsicle.
Yeah, it's orange.
You know, a Teletubby, which I don't like because that's kind of also a fat joke. And I've been losing weight a little bit. Not as much as I'd like. A little bit, though.
I'm down 14. From fast.
Oh, good for you. Frank!
Hey, Dave, what's going on, man?
Hey, Frank. What are you doing?
Hey, I got a question to ask you, man. Okay. Who's this Nick Young with Gilbert Arenas on his talk show? Did you see his talk show yesterday?
I didn't. I try not to.
Jogging the Kings about how traded Halliburton, Fox, and Mitchell. And I mean, this guy, who he's a journeyman that sat on the end of the bench, a scrub, won a ring, and thinks he's all Mr. World in the NBA because he has a championship ring.
How long was the segment you saw?
About maybe 5 minutes.
So let me ask you something. Why'd you give him 5 minutes of your time, Frank?
Because he's an idiot.
Why'd you give him? Let me ask you something. Why'd you give him 5 minutes of your time, and now why are you conversely promoting him on this 50,000 watt flamethrower?
Well, I'm just talking. He said,
"Who cares? Who cares?" You know what? I was watching a podcast the other day, and there was these two guys who were like, that caller Frank, he's an ass, and we don't like it. And you know what? I was like, I don't care. I like Frank. He's got a spot on this show anytime he wants.
Oh, that's what they said about me?
Exactly. And I had your back, Frank, but I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to give them time of day to listen to them. Screw those has-been, washed-up dingleberries. What do we care what they say?
I don't care. I just think the Kings are better off without Fox. Look at last night. The ball was moving. It wasn't sticking. They were sharing the ball all night.
You still don't think the Spurs are going to win a title, though?
Shit. No.
Frank.
Well, that's why they said all that stuff on the podcast.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Frank's probably like, why'd they hang up?
Is it because I said the ball didn't stick?
Frank, this isn't...
I did have a caller a little while back, call me just absolutely livid and just cursing the situation out. He's like, I'm sorry, I won't curse once I go on the air.
How'd that work out?
He did good.
He did? Okay.
Yeah. So be like him, not like Frank.
You know where that type of stuff doesn't happen? Dirt and Sprague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top notch.
Thanks for pointing that out in the chat, Dwayne. Do better, Frank. We're not a podcast. You can't make the swears, although sometimes I wish you could.
Yeah.
Oh, God, if we could swear on this show, man, you'd be almost on the you filthy sailor mouth. Poop
man.
Mouth.
No one's heard Jason.
Oh, when he gets
uncensored.
Oh.
The few, the proud have heard.
Who's the best guy in the public eye in this town, Kings related, that's the most different when they're uncensored? Actually, I know who it is.
I know who it is too.
I'm not saying it. Not saying it. That's how much love we have for that person. Yeah. Not saying it. I mean, Scott Moak's been known to turn a phrase too. I'm just saying.
Oh, Scott Moak, Jason Ross.
Just throwing beers.
I saw Moak cut in front of Jason in line at the media dinner one time.
Oh, that didn't work out well for Scott. I didn't know Jason knew the people's elbow.
Oh, it was more than the people's.
By the way, I watched a compilation the other day.
He kept going, Keegan, and then dropping the elbow.
I watched a compilation of people's elbows the other day. Just randomly came across my timeline. I watched 10 minutes of people's elbows.
You gave it 10 minutes?
I don't even like Frank. Yeah. I don't even like wrestling. Oh, people's elbow.
Oh, wrestling's the best.
I mean, I would disagree with that, but it's fine. Kings win. Kings win. The Kings win. Split the season series with the Timberwolves.
That was big.
That is big.
Yeah.
That is big. And the home team has lost the last 10 games in this series. That's a coinky dink.
Yeah, and the fact that Minnesota was coming off the loss they just lost to the Wizards.
Right.
So I thought, oh man, this is really bad timing for the Kings, but really nice win.
Really nice win.
Yeah.
Really nice win. They come back home now. I'll say this: 2-4 is a lot better than 1-5.
It is.
Isn't it? But Jason, isn't it? Isn't it a little too much better? In my mind, 2-4 is a lot better than 1-5, but it's only one game.
Yeah, it is. And I love always winning the last game coming home.
Yes.
That's really important to win.
And honestly, I want. Stop trying to guess who it is on the chat, please, by the way. Excuse me. I hope Doug does not shut up about guys, we usually suck first game back from a road trip. Don't suck. Be aware of it. Be aware of it, and let's come out of the box crazy, and we'll worry about the fourth quarter later.
Yeah, I mean, and then you've got the new element of tomorrow. Look, they're back home. A significant thing has happened to this franchise. You've traded De'Aaron Fox, who's been in this lineup and in this team longer than anybody, and you're introducing a brand new player in Zach LaVine. So I think you've got the first game back combined with probably, I don't know if it's a new player bump or sometimes it's a new player, adjustment, all of those things. But there's a couple things in play tomorrow.
Phoenix Suns in the 80s used to do a lot of new player bumps too.
Wasn't just them.
The
Knicks.
Standing ovation for Zach.
Why not?
Does he get a standing ovation? What? No? Yes?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I thought you were please, no. I think he gets a standing O. Oh, let's want to try something here real quick. I meant to do this. Sorry, guys. I want to do this on the air too. How much time we got? We got a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Do I have to dial 9? Sorry. How's your day going, Jason?
It's going great. I think I know who you're calling, but we're gonna wait and see. My day's going great.
You know who I'm calling.
Yes.
You know who I'm calling. We just mentioned him earlier.
Yeah. I wonder. I think I know what you're gonna ask.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I want to get a sneak preview.
Yeah.
Because
this isn't going to be when you call Doug Christie.
I hope not, but
because that would actually fit the bit.
He's probably he either doesn't recognize the number or he's in his car with the kids right now on his way to school or something. Probably. Oh no, he dropped them off. Really? He's not on his TV show. Oh, come on.
Hello, you've reached Scott Moak. I'm unavailable right now, so please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for calling and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Not mad. I'm just disappointed, Jason.
Murray
Keegan. Thanks a lot, Scott. It was your big chance of publicity. Hope you had a hell of a. Hope you have a great day, Scott. Bye.
Well, you were going to ask him,
Yes.
what is your intro for Zach
That's right.
LaVine?
Yeah. What's the LaVine intro?
Zach
LaVine. Oh, let's take a guess.
That's
okay.
it.
Okay. So what is it?
Zach LaVine. I don't know.
Yeah, I think no.
I think most importantly,
what
are they going to play when he makes a 3 or makes a shot?
Well, if you know what, if Alan was doing the PA though, it'd be LaVine. Zach LaVine. Or will he go LaVine? Yeah, that's a great point. You know he's
out of UCLA.
Yes. 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 Does he get is he last or first?
That's interesting. Oh no, wait, Sabonis is last.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Sabonis.
So he stays last.
I was
so he's
say,
got to be first,
Fox
right?
is first.
Yeah, so he's got to be first, right?
No.
No. You just throw him in the middle.
Good. Maybe Monk's first now.
Will we develop a Zach LaVine chant that's like, because Zach LaVine is very similar to Light the Beam.
You're right.
Moke's on a call doing businessy things.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what the song will be or the chant.
What are we talking about? Talking about
Friends forever.
Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine. Why not? Zach LaVine. No, it's not going to work. Yeah, we got to come up with a chant for him.
My name is Zach, and I'm here to say.
Talk about
Zach attack.
Yeah, but what?
Look at this Zach attack. No? Okay.
Zach and Sack.
Oh, Zach and Sack.
Instead of Back in Black.
Zach and Sack.
Giving us a heart. Zach.
Yeah.
I hate you, Chris. I just hate you, dude. I hate you. That's going to be in my, that as soon as he said it, that's going to be in my head all effing day. Zach. And now I'm going to be
jam.
I'm going to be finding lyrics.
Not Zach and Sack.
I actually like that. I actually like that because you could play the hits from the song, the bump, if you will. Oh, I like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because I don't want to steal anything from. Look, let's be honest. Chicago, not as creative a city as Sacramento.
Correct.
Oh, we have a bean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have a bean. We have a beam.
Right.
Stupid bean. Hey, good morning, on-screen phone caller. Hello, you're on with Jason Ross.
And
Hey, what's going on? I got an idea for a chant for Zach LaVine.
Yes.
We're going to go with Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right,
That's
thanks,
good.
brother. Appreciate
That's
it.
on the list. That should go on the list.
Yeah, it should go on the list. I hadn't thought about that.
Agreed.
Yeah. Zach. Sack. Attack. Jack.
LaVine's harder.
It is LaVine. Ooh, living LaVine Aloka. This is horrible radio right now, and I don't care because we have like one more minute. I don't care. We're finishing out the segment this way.
Okay.
Lavina Loca. Levine.
Luca's outfit isn't helping his overweight.
He looks fine.
Yeah, it isn't. No, you're right, though. He does look like there is a little mooberation going. There's a little cleavage in the middle. But I think that's just love Zach. Love Zach, baby. Love Zach, baby. Love Zach.
That's a good one.
That's Kevin in the chat. Zachtown proud. The problem is that you can't do Sacramento because we do Sacramento. Yeah. You can't. You got to be able to differentiate.
Jason, Zach and Sack is really growing on me.
Zach and Sack, yeah. Zach and Sack. The Zach attack. He hits the three and then
and never look back.
And never look back. There it is. Is this how Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald did it?
Exactly.
Just kind of all.
You watched the Yacht Rock.
I watched the Yacht Rock.
This is how they did it.
This is how it happened.
Yeah.
We're basically the Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald of Sacramento.
Some have called us musical genius.
Songbirds of our generation.
Yes, actually, you've been called that.
Been called that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get back on track with the Zach attack. We'll keep noodling. When we return, we got post-game reaction to the win yesterday. Doug Christie and Keon Ellis both weighed in. We'll see how much they weighed coming up right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions, plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports, all in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Is it growing on you, Chris?
Definitely.
Well, we put some feelers out there to see what the possibility of song selections might be for Zach LaVine when he does score for the Kings.
I think that's a leader right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Anything else from our chatters or texters that got your attention?
Love Zach.
Love Zach's good. That's a good one. That's very identifiable. People know the song. It's a positive, uplifting, beat to it. Yeah. All right. Those are our two leaders at the moment.
I think so.
Okay.
High leaders. Well, we'll see. We'll see what everybody else comes up
with. It's early. It's new. This trade's new for everybody. I don't know that he would have a preference, but it's always nice if the player has one. But
what the heck?
Yeah. We were just doing Zach and Sack. And then love Sack. Love Zach.
I missed that break time.
That's the quick break.
Oh, we had 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because I skipped 4 down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
That's what happens if you don't check mark the
I was actually, sometimes at the break, I look at our chat.
Yeah.
I was in another part of the building, and then I saw you were back talking about Zach attack.
Yeah. I was back in Sack.
And then for a second, I was like, was that earlier? No, it's live.
Yeah. We'll do it live.
And then I speed walked because it's slippery.
It is.
My feet are squeaky.
You are, yeah. You made a lot of noise when you got
very,
outside.
very squeaky today. Yeah. Kings won. I'm so glad we're I can tell that because we're goofing off. It means we're a little bit past.
For now.
Do you know how to get that on that?
Yes.
Is there a way? I just want to peek in on this real quick. Rob Pelinka and Luka Doncic are doing a TED Talk or something on stage. Let's see if they're saying anything worth whatever. Here's Pelinka.
And I think learning lessons from that mentality are stay in the moment. And so I don't think of it in terms of shock, surprise. I think of it in, okay, this is coming at me. It's like a game. Maybe a blitz is coming at Luka. He's not going to be shocked. He's going to stay in the moment, figure out the read, and make the play. And so when the opportunity came to me, that was sort of my mindset, is to, okay, this is coming. This is a concept that came to me. Now, how do I process this mentally to get the deal completed? And right away, when it was brought up at the coffee, my mind started churning. There were so many complicated things. We have the Mavericks are hard capped at the first apron.
Luka's in a different world.
The Lakers are up against the second apron. There's trade kickers. There's going to be a third team that's going to have. So my gears were turning about the deal the same way his basketball mind is processing a play. And so I just tried to live in the moment. And I tried to carry that with me for 3 or 4 weeks as this was unfolding. And by staying in the moment, I think it helped us get to the end.
Everybody was surprised, so you can imagine how surprised I was. I was almost asleep, so when I got a call, I had to check it was April 1st. I didn't really believe it at first, and it was a big shock. It was hard moments for me. It was home, so it was really hard moments for me, especially the first day. But as I said, I get to play in the greatest club in the world, and I'm excited for this new journey.
Luka, over here on your left, Malika Andrews with ESPN. It's good to see you. Welcome to LA. You've been a fan of LeBron. You've talked about it for a long time, but he's also been a fan of you.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love the whole, I would gain so much more respect with Rob Pelinka if he was just honest. So what went through your head when all this happened? How quickly can I say yes?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that call ever, and I couldn't say it. Was all I could do to try to keep it. Credit to him for keeping a poker face.
Yeah.
You just got offered Luka Doncic. The rest of the sentence is kind of a blur at that point. Great job, Rob. You got the Lakers are that they get the thing brought oh, I go home today, knock on the door. I open the door. Hey, UPS, delivery for you. Oh, who's it from? Your neighbor. Well, what is it? I don't know. I open it. Oh, it's $500,000 in cash. Great job, Dave, in opening the box and saying yes.
Collecting it.
Huge credit to you, Dave, for accepting that. Why can somebody someday force a trade here?
Yeah.
Or a free agent be like, I'm coming there? Or can we just randomly have Milwaukee guy be like, we'll give you Giannis for whoever? Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, this is the easy part. It's just now it's whatever Dallas's concerns are, which you obviously know they had to have concerns, and they've basically said them very publicly now. You got to figure out how to address those in the short term and in the long term. But look, you've got your next foundational piece, and I know the odds change for them. I don't know that much has changed for me. It's just the fact that they've got him. And now it's almost like when you have Wembanyama, you're building around that. Well, he's the anchor piece after, it's kind of him and LeBron and then once LeBron's done, it's him. And so doesn't mean championships, but you've got the piece to make it work.
And good for them. It's not like I fault the Lakers for saying no.
Yeah, I get it from their part.
Of course you're going to say yes.
Yeah.
It's just, here you go. LeBron's aging out.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's another generational superstar for the next 10 years.
And if Dallas had those feelings about him, it's harder to understand their side of things, but they would know him better. And I don't think the bigger critique I would have of Dallas is not opening it up for everybody. I get why they didn't, but if they opened it up, maybe they get more. But I think getting AD and what they got might help them in the short term.
Well, they can have AD. They can have Luka Doncic. We have Zach LaVine, who's going to make his debut tomorrow at Golden One Center. And we were spending part of last segment wondering, Scott Moak, whether in the shower, whether dropping the kids off at school, that's not a pun, wherever he may just be on his own, he's got to put some thought into how he's going to announce Zach LaVine. And so you and I we were all trying out different versions, but why not go straight to the horse and his mouth? The golden tonsiled, Scottathan Moak. Have you given it much thought? Well, full name.
Yeah, not what, you calling me a horse? Have I given that thought? No, I just haven't. How am I supposed to give that thought?
But like a pretty horse that you want to pet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
a unicorn.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I just saw a unicorn.
Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Well, I'm great. I'm glad I'm not the only one in my own thoughts, shower, garage, whatever, thinking about this. I'm so glad there are other people thinking about it, because these are the moments that announcer geeks like me get to flex.
Yes.
This is it.
This is
it.
This is where all those years ago, when you got brutally rejected for the PA job at referees, this is where it all comes together in the end, because we rely on you. It's a big flipping deal, dude.
Sure. Yeah, no, there's at least, 100, 200, 0 people relying on me for this. So, yes, I totally,
Jason,
no, I agree.
Jason, what was your guess for Zach
Yeah,
LaVine?
I want to hear some rendition so I could be inspired, because I've done some work on my own. I actually listened to the Bulls intros over the last handful of years. It's interesting how they kind of do it. He goes last. If you know, he's the last one introduced with the Bulls, which is, that is a deal in the NBA. I know you guys know that. You track this stuff.
Yeah.
Typically, you're a big star, you're a big guy, your go-to. Weber was always last. Cuz was last, right? It's that's one of those things. So I don't know where I'll work with the PR media team and all them to make sure the cadence is right where we stack him. But definitely listen to the Bulls guy do it over the last many years. And I mean, it's pretty great. J. Ross, you would love it because the nod to UCLA is strong throughout it. So.
That's what I'm expecting from you. I mean, with DeMar being a Trojan, we need a little balance here, Scott, with some UCLA love.
Yeah, you have directly, I don't know if, threatened might be a strong term, but you have definitely spoke to me with angry language around giving too much USC love to various players in our past who have been from USC. So I have felt that venom.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true.
Message delivered. And so now the chance to flip it, because look, Aaron Aflalo wasn't doing it for us. Let's be real. No offense.
Yeah. Kind of a lame name to announce too, by the way. It's kind of clunky. Aaron.
What's that?
Aflalo. Low.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. So I'd love to hear your guy. Can you give me your rendition so I can be inspired?
This I don't think will be inspiring. This was my prediction of what I thought it might be. I think you just hit the Zach pretty strongly, like Zach LaVine. Mm-hmm. There's nothing, I'm not a Scott Moak. That's my
no, I mean, that's
attempt.
Strong.
And then I think Jason kind of nailed it, but I think there's not that many alternate ways to do it. But I was thinking if you're going to mix it up a little bit, maybe like a Zach LaVine.
That's Dave's version.
I see. And we go with the high octave and the weird. Got it.
It gets noticed.
Yeah. Well, you have look. We've seen your soprano before when you first game after the team got saved, and when you said the starting five, there was a little voice break in your inflection, and you rolled with it. Yeah, you were.
I was choked up.
Also, the toughest camera angle in sports, too. By the way, you make it look good.
100%. Most unflattering, which really doesn't matter at this point. Like my modeling career ended years ago.
Not true.
Okay?
Have you decided on a cadence yet, or is this a game time decision?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
Again, for the thousands and thousands and zero of people
Everybody
that
wants
are
to know.
actually interested in this, I think I am there.
Okay.
But I do like to workshop it a tiny bit in game, because sometimes, like in the shower, over the radio, in the garage.
Yeah.
Garage sounds great, by the way. If you want to go into your garage, and do some acoustical work, it's fantastic. But like we get in the arena and it actually sounds kind of different. So I just want to make sure that it's good. But I'm leaning J. Ross. Both of you actually came with a strong Zach.
Thank you.
And I do like that.
Vicky, one final thought, Scott, on the song. I know this isn't necessarily your area, but you'll hear it maybe after a Zach LaVine bucket.
Yeah.
We've had some suggestions for what needs to be played, that little snippet. Do you have any ideas there?
Ooh,
that's a Spackman rule.
I haven't allowed my head to get to that point yet. But I mean, I'm assuming there's some Maroon 5 elements in there. There's some, I don't know. I gotta think.
Jason came up with the intro to Back in Black, Zach Attack.
Or no, Zach and Sack.
Zach and Sack. Zach and Sack.
And then I said,
I think we could work with that.
Yeah.
I said from the show Saved by the Bell and the band Zach Attack, it should be Friends Forever.
We had a caller or a texter that had B-52's Love Shack.
Love Zach.
Yeah, so Love Zach.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. Because you got to have a couple. I mean, the chance of, and then one typically kind of sticks. But yeah, I'm loving the direction.
Okay.
Actually, I'm loving it.
We'll workshop it, and we're here if you need us.
Appreciate that. No, appreciate that. If I can give you a call maybe mid first quarter or so tomorrow.
Well, we'll be there. We'll text you. Might be there in person, so we'll see.
Oh, okay. Popcorn. Get the popcorn order in.
I would be to your right, so crane your neck. All right. Love you long time, and thank you.
Love you both.
Okay. Bye-bye. We got a break here, but I'm stealing this from a texter, you guys. I'm not sure if this would work or not.
Is this a song idea?
This is a song idea.
I'm excited.
I'm just saying I don't.
On a 1 to 10, where are you?
I have to act it out first
play.
because I'm not exactly. I don't hate this yet, but I don't like it yet. The song's Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine, light the beam, sucker. Zach LaVine and Zach LaVine. No, don't improv. I was trying to do a little script. Yeah, LaVine. Just saying.
What are we talking about?
Well, Zach LaVine. Talking about Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine. Talking about Zach LaVine.
Who?
Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine.
It is finished for the Ravine.
Zach LaVine. Dunking hard now. In your face now.
Shooting threes. Wow.
Wow. No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
Take that, Dirt and Sprague.
Yeah, Dirt and Sprague. Suck on that, Sprague. Let me tell you, when it comes to, hold off on that. When it comes to the energy in the building, I like to think that my friends at American Energy Heating and Air are the ones for you. $49 tune-up right now. Used to be $119. It's free. If your system is 5 years or older and you think it stops there, kids, it doesn't. Because if you need a repair on that furnace, put that hood on, Jason. Drink that raw egg. It's $50 off your first repair. If you need, now I'm thinking Mike Tyson's Punch Out. If you need a new furnace, half off, baby. Half off. Saving cash now. 916-920-9990. What is happening? 916-920-9990. Nope, wrong phone number. 916-520. We have ourselves water spray in the building. What is going on? Oh my God, the people's elbow. 916-520. American Energy Air.com. American Energy making the uncomfortable comfortable. Working hard now, baby. Woo! That's my favorite segment of all time. We'll be right back after this.
Malik Monk plays here.
Left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy.
Oh, my, that was sweet. Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Advanced Infusion Center, where we prioritize your comfort and well-being. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or seeking specialized IV therapy, our state-of-the-art center offers tailored solutions to meet your needs. Advanced Infusion Center's dedicated healthcare professionals are here to ensure your safety and provide personalized care. Conveniently located in Sacramento and Yuba City with flexible scheduling options. Experience a new standard in infusion therapy. Visit Advanced Infusion Center today at advancedinfusion.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Is your garage door stuck in the winter blues? Well, February is the perfect time to give it some love. Jason Ross here to tell you about the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. And they're here to keep your garage door running smoothly. This February, they're spreading the love with their Sweetheart Special, $150 off a garage door with the purchase of a garage door opener. Now, the experts at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento provide fast, reliable service that's always on time and always done right. From squeaky hinges to full door replacements, they've got you covered. So don't let your garage door be the heartbreaker this season. Visit overheaddoorofsacramento.com for your free estimate. You can get in touch with them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, opening doors to your home and your hearts this February and all throughout the year. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Back it up, back it in. Let me begin. Nope, that's not it, huh? Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Christopher Lawn. Your phone calls at 920-1140. We're all just kind of calming down here. It's been a fun day today.
Luka Doncic said something very interesting during the press conference earlier.
Oh, did he? What'd he say?
Get in my belly!
Wow.
That was
the exclusive audio.
Exclusive audio.
Apparently someone asked him about Fat Burger.
Every time I hear Fat Burger, I think of that Ice Cube song. 6 in the morning, got a Fat Burger. Remember that, Jason?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Where are we here? Why is this
over there?
I'm trying to do something over here, and I don't think it's working. Is my computer up there, Chris? I feel like it is. Let me see. Oh, sorry. I want to test this one out here. See what you think, and then we'll get back to normal programming here. Oh, come on! Can I just get a regular cut? Why does there have to be all this garbage? Trying to do a flipping radio show here. How are you doing, by the way?
Good.
Yeah.
I did suggest, or I asked the other powers that be that do control the music, because we were talking to Moke here. Yeah. They said they're currently brainstorming any ideas. I gave them a couple that we had, but they said they're working on things. So we'll see. Nothing confirmed.
I mean, it works with Zach. Zach. I honestly don't mind this song playing at a Kings game. You just have to do it right. Get rid of the rest of that crowd.
So would it be Zach and then the whole crowd goes,
I mean, it's a great call and response.
Yeah.
Zach, yeah, because it would be Moke that would say that, right? Zach. And then everyone goes,
Yes.
I mean, I
like that.
I honestly don't hate that at all. Send that to Spackman.
Then people will be like, is his last name
yes. Zach LaVine.
So actually it should go Zach, and the entire place goes
oh,
and then finish with V.
Oh my God. Actually, that is not terrible at all. I'll bet you it's so good. I'll bet you the chat really, really loves it.
Wait, so Chris, Moke says Zach.
Yes.
We all
so
go.
wait, I'll be Moke and you be the crowd.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So makes a bucket.
Yep.
Zach
LaVine. He saved every one of us.
That's extra work. That's like a 2-part.
It's really
working with Moke.
Crowding.
Yeah.
I wonder if Zach is listening right now and thinking,
He is.
It's
He's like, what have I gotten into?
It's a call and response call.
Yeah. And if we ever get to a call, response, man, even another level.
Let's see.
I'm sure the chat loves it.
Oh, they love it. No. That's from camp. Then we're really the Queens. What does that have to do with Flash Gordon?
He thinks it's
Kings.
What is? Yeah, it's Queen.
Oh, duh. Yeah, of course.
Thanks,
sorry, I missed that. Too long of an intro. Yeah, no, we'd have to get rid of that.
Well, yeah, they could do that.
If you're doing Queen, then why not Zach Bottom Girls? To the tune of YMCA ZACH. Okay. Anyways, let's go to the phone lines because that's what we should do. Eric, good morning. You're totally not in a car. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Eric.
Hey, man, long time Kings fan.
Yes, sir.
Back when the Arcos sold out. Remember that day?
I do.
Man, that was beautiful.
8,222 sold out, baby.
That's when we were winning.
That's when we had the first interstate advertisements, and it was great. It was wonderful.
Oh yeah. Hey, go LaVine, light the beam.
Go LaVine, light the beam. Go LaVine,
light the beam.
Light the beam.
Okay.
We'll have to work on that cadence.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the road.
10-2.
We gotta. Do we really have to go already? Hold on, I know we got to go here. Hold on. What are we?
We're gonna
cut
get one.
Crosstalk. Dave, good morning. Great name. Hello. You're on with Jason Ross and Christopher Ludd and some other guy.
Yeah. Question for you guys. So I know earlier you guys were talking about like a wish list of maybe trades still to come for the Kings and Cam Johnson. I forget the guy from possibly Utah.
Yeah.
Some guys out there, obviously, Valanciunas. But I was listening to Ham the other day, and he was saying that even if we would trade exceptions, that the money still has to match up. So how can the Kings make any of these trades when we don't really have anything to give back in salary?
Well, we do. I mean, it just depends on who you want to give back.
Okay, but then once again, we're kind of in the same boat, right? If we're losing one of our other kind of stars, and then we're getting another guy, and we're kind of not really adding anything.
What trade exceptions will help you do is you can go above basically the luxury tax or the tax line, if you will, and not have to pay a penalty for that, if you will. Ham on 5, hold the mail. We'll go to break.
Damn it. Got something else?
Again, no stupid ideas, and we'll test run them all. Yeah. Zach LaVine.
Back to the aha. That's where they get, Zach.
No,
it's La.
Yeah. Veen. That's the part that gets me most.
Maybe that's the way Moke intros him. Without the crowd.
Without the crowd? Well, we'll leave on this because sometimes the chat makes sense and can kind of bring everything to a close before we get to crosstalk. From the 209, can we agree it doesn't matter how Scott Moak says Zach's name as long as he looks to the sky with his mouth agape while pinching his nipples?
I heard Chris in there.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Speaking of nipple pinching, crosstalk, celebrity birthdays, all coming up right after this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and sacktownsports.com.
Toyota's President's Day sales event is on now. Save big before it's too late on Toyota's unbeatable hybrid lineup. Right now is the time to get big savings on 16 Toyota hybrid models from the longest-lasting brand on the road. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Don't miss Toyota's President's Day sales event at your Toyota dealer. Hurry in today.
Give me only what I need.
Toyota, let's go places.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Jackson Hewitt makes Texas feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be
reeling in the refund.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
The good news, you finally lost the excess weight and found the body you knew was hiding underneath it all along. The better news, InShape Fitness is here to help you maintain your new look and, dare we say it, enjoy the process. InShape has everything you need to build muscle and help keep the weight off. From fitness classes and personal trainers to swimming pools and saunas. Plus, plenty of full-length mirrors to admire your new self along the way. We are InShape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
According to Brian Windhorst, Jimmy Butler has blocked multiple trades that would have landed him on contending teams. So there's that. Boy, sure would love that in your backyard. According to Chris Haynes, Jimmy Butler's camp has repeatedly told the Heat he's in shape, healthy, and ready to continue his career and move past this immediately. Their messaging has been to negotiate the best deal possible. And once in the red zone, if that team is granted permission by Miami to speak to Butler's rep to discuss his long-term future, that dialogue would be welcome. To date, no team has asked for permission. By the way, that is exactly the tweet you would want somebody to put out if you're trying to get money back from your suspension. I'm in shape. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
All good. I don't know what the problem is. I'm just doing my thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Alan.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We have at 11 Yossi Gosselin, a salary cap expert.
Yossi Gosselin is a great name.
To basically figure out
Ryan's brother.
What it is that the Kings can do. I did want to spend some time because I'm getting dragged a little bit, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this. Okay, so I have it up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what happened. So the Kings were playing the Rockets. Okay.
Yep.
And Amen Thompson, hyper athletic dude, can't really shoot yet, and I have had a take, which was going back to the Warriors situation. As far as Jonathan Kuminga is concerned, Warriors fans and kind of the Warriors overvaluing him, making him untouchable, and there are a bunch of dudes like that in the league, right? What I'm learning is that Rockets fans are very fragile, okay? And I got into it with them about a bunch of different things after that Kings game, but I tweeted during the game, and now how does this read to you?
Okay.
Amen Thompson is exactly what I mean when I tell people there are about 10 Jonathan Kumingas in the league at any given time. And what I meant, obviously what I meant by that is there's a bunch of athletic dudes that are running around.
You're saying Amen Thompson is overrated by Rockets fans, similar to how Warriors fans overrate Kuminga?
Clearly, I didn't write that correctly because that's not what I meant.
Okay.
What I meant was for Kuminga to be viewed as untouchable when there are a bunch of dudes like that in the league and there's only one Steph Curry.
Right.
So that's not how Rockets fans took it. And like once a week, they find that tweet. Because since I've said that, Amen Thompson's been on an absolute tear.
Yes.
And about once a week, a random Rockets fan finds it and quote tweets it and roasts me again. And I'm just standing on business.
Roasted.
Yeah, I'm just wearing it though.
There's a way around it. You're not going to like it.
What?
Delete the tweet.
See, I got caught up for that before.
It'll go away.
I know.
You know what his middle name is? Amen Thompson.
Who? Hallelujah?
No. Anyone?
No.
Not doing a bit. His middle name is Excellence. It's spelled XLNC, and that's also the middle name of his twin brother. They both have the same exact middle name. Also, his real name isn't Amen either. It's something else. It starts with an A. Yeah, Wikipedia. Yeah, their middle names are Excellence.
Oakland.
What?
They're from Oakland.
They're from Oakland. XLNC.
Are they really from Oakland now?
Are they?
That blow the whistle thing with Gilly and the Eagles, and they've revamped Too Short's career. Now Too Short is with Philadelphia or with the Eagles now. So random. Have you seen that, Chris?
No, I don't like that at all.
Gilly.
Amen Thompson's real first name is it Ami? A-M-E-I-Z. Amiz?
Not sure.
Amiz? A-M-E-I-Z. Amen's better. What's a better name?
Dave, your real name?
My real name is Excellence. XLNC. But we pronounce it David.
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 You look like you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ready to hit the pitch.
How do you feel about
No, that was a quick one.
And if I have them on one time I bought, I didn't know.
But is it because you
online.
feel like if you wear them, it'll be like
I feel like I'm about to block a goal.
Yeah.
See, I like that because sometimes I got my hand like this.
Chris, were you the kid that would bite his sweatshirt? You might have been that kid.
No.
Do you instinctively not like these because you feel like it's like you're in a onesie or something?
No, I just feel it's just what am I doing here?
You put your thumbs in the holes.
No.
Okay.
But you rock it.
But it
You
makes
look
sure
great.
that the arm stays down.
That's right. And you don't get it riding up.
Yeah, but no one can see my bling.
What bling are you wearing?
Yeah. Oh,
Watch.
my bad.
My Apple Watch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo. Hey.
I don't even know. The weather's not even coming. There's just no reception in here. This is a dead zone.
Is it?
I
Don't
feel like
worry,
I'm in
there's
the
no
bat
reception in
cave.
here either.
I feel like I'm in the bat cave when I come in here.
Well, you kind of are.
Yeah.
Celebrity Birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Listen, nothing says family and friends more than Crumble Cookies. Dave, you forgot to do the bit where you tell us we're all pronouncing Ariana Grande wrong. It's her bit. She says it's Ariana Grande. That's her. You can look it up. She says it. And that she just rolled with it.
Have you seen her different
And it's
accents?
Rihanna.
Oh. Yeah, Rhiannon or whatever.
Have you seen her different accents over the years?
No, does she? Is she really? Who's the other one?
Child, please.
It's Chrissy Teigen, not Teigen, according to Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah.
She just went with it. Also, did you see you all saw Kanye and his wife at the Grammys?
Yeah.
Like at that point, why is she even wearing anything?
I don't know.
What's the point?
It's very bizarre.
It's so weird. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not like into art and stuff, so I don't know.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm just saying I don't understand anything, but all I saw was naked lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away.
Oh, you're gonna stay away from that? Yeah, okay.
Celebrity birthdays.
Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Jason Ross.
Hey, on this date, in what year did the film classic Ace Ventura: Pet Detective get released?
Oh,
that is an interesting question.
Yeah,
I have a range, but it's too large.
I'm gonna say 90.
No.
92.
No, that was not in my range. It's too large. 94.
Yep, he's right. 1994.
294s and 92. We have a correct answer.
It's 94 because always is.
It's 1994.
Old you.
Good job, Chris and Alan. Happy birthday today to, I believe in Arabic, Malik Monk.
Someone's got to get this.
I know it.
We all should know it.
Okay,
So should we all say it at the same time?
1, 2, 3.
27.
Yeah. Oh, we have an incorrect answer.
It's 27. Happy birthday.
Happy
Malik.
birthday, Malik Monk, which means birthday in Arabic.
Happy birthday to Oscar De La Hoya.
Ah.
Oh, I should know this.
Now here's a box.
My favorite name Michael Buffer ever pronounced. Just
the Golden Boy.
The way he rolled the R on Oscar and the De La Hoya.
LaVine.
Yes.
LaVine. Oscar.
Do you have a song suggestion for Zach?
No. What was it? An actual? Because I was listening to you guys driving in. An actual song or a chant? You guys kind of did both.
We're all over.
Oh yeah, we're all over it. We're trying it all. Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
I think Oscar De La Hoya is 55. I'm trying to think what year he was in the Olympics.
Sometimes it's a tough
what,
one with him. I'm just gonna say 56.
He is 53.
Chris is close as 52.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew.
I didn't do my math right.
Yeah.
What was he, 14?
We mentioned this name earlier in the show. Hannibal Buress.
Hip hop.
Have you seen that?
Hannibal Buress. I don't know, dude. Hannibal, that could be all over the place, man. I'm gonna say 60, and I'll guarantee you I'm like 7 years off.
Jeez, I mean, black don't crack, but that's a little.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
I'm gonna say 52.
47.
Wow, we have a 60, a 52, and a 47.
I said I was 7 off.
You said you were 7 off. Well, add another 9. Happy 42nd birthday to Hannibal Buress.
Wow.
And let's wrap up with LT, Lawrence Taylor.
Ooh, Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor is 68.
Wait. Lawrence Taylor?
No, Lawrence Taylor.
LT, Lawrence Taylor from the
That's
Giants.
right. I thought so.
Yeah.
Not Jason.
No. Lawrence.
Lawrence. What did you say?
68.
No. 65.
66.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Lodge, 66.
No.
All right, lots of stuff coming up on Alan Style. What's the name of the guest you're having on?
Yossi Goslin. We're gonna confirm that.
Oh, okay, you're gonna confirm. All right.
Yes.
Well, you got that and more, and a lot of Kings stuff today.
Yes, we had a ton of guests yesterday, so the phone lines are open all day long.
Okay. Alan Stiles is next. He said we had to go.
Gotta go quick here.
Right the beam. Bye-bye now.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone.